Give it a second to see if we're live here. We are! Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 6 of Gateway!
Kirby
Gateway!
shit stars!
Going
Kirby
all the
does
way to
poop
the moon,
stars.
baby!
No, we were talking about Kirby.
He just
And
he just
somehow,
swallowed.
Is a black hole that compresses everything into a star, and
He'll eat the world,
Rips
and
it out.
then he'll go. And there's
And
Yeah.
that was how
but it's not his mouth.
better than your
You
last
see,
sound effect.
Kirby only has his indoor is also the outdoor.
Yeah.
So, like,
he also has like he also
Kirby has no butt.
Monty can't stop me. It's my show.
Yeah, so, like,
he also
when-
has, like,
But I feel like I have to explain this though. When he takes things in,
Mhm.
he's acting like a copy machine where he copies your particles and makes them part of himself. So when you have been put out of his mouth, you are the poop. You have been broken down on a molecular level, absorbed, reformed, and then pushed out as poop out of Kirby's mouth.
Honestly,
Just
that's
so
more
we all
terrifying than
understand.
Kirby usually is.
yeah, that's
Right. So,
that's
but
something
no one's ever
kinda
really thought about the
monster.
science about it, and I feel like we have to talk about this.
But
Yeah,
when we're not
he
coming
also-
up with nightmare theorycraft theories about Kirby, where can they find you, Caitlin?
Yeah.
You can find me all over the internet at Boobs McBallrog, or at Nerd on the Podcast. I'm one of the hosts over there. We talk about all things nerdy. We're actually covering the Snyder Cut here shortly. I just watched that a little bit ago with Nick and Tom. Tom is like an encyclopedia of knowledge about the whole everything that has come to fruition with the Snyder Cut. So I'm very excited to have this discussion. But yes, you can find me all over the internet at Boobs McBallrog. I'm on Twitch at twitch.tv/Boobs McBallrog with zeros instead of O's. It's me.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Hell.
Yep.
All right.
Who's up?
Excellent. Laney, where can they find you?
Moi. Well, they can find me pretty much anywhere on the internet at Lanny Couture. Also, check out Team 4-Star. We got a bunch of fun stuff coming out the gate here shortly. And if you're not all role playing out over on this channel on Monday, we're getting back to some roll with me over on my channel, twitch.tv/Lanny Couture. Excited to see what's happening inside the time mist.
Good.
I know
Gotta
the excitement is palpable. The crowd went mild.
We got to get back in there. Got to save
I'm
that
eating an
cat
apple,
man.
so I muted myself.
We
I was like, oh no.
got to rescue our cat man.
The largest apple.
I know. We have to get
The
the
big
kitty.
apple man. All right. Abbott, where can they find you?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I mean, they can find me here, dude.
Oh, it's crazy.
But they can
When
also
you're
find
not
me
here.
on Twitch. Fuck. Okay, and
Oh, you
yeah,
silly
you can
goose.
find me. Yo, you son of a bitch. I can't. Okay, anyway. So on Twitch and Twitter, you can find me at Hey Mr. Rabbit, HeyMrRabbit. I normally stream Monday through Thursday. I stream horror games. I stream retro games. I do Risk of Rain, and I also play Yakuza. A lot of Yakuza. I actually did 2 bonus streams this week because I physically am unable to stop playing Yakuza. But also next week, I'm also playing The Evil Within 2. Evil Within being my favorite horror game series. And after that, we're also going to play, what was this one? I think it's called Unmothered or something like that. It's fucking horrifying.
Oh, that's a good
Oh,
one.
I've heard of that one.
So, that being said, if you just want to go ahead and just come on down to my little horror game entitled Freak Show, there you go. Twitch.tv/Hey Mr. Rabbit, Monday through Thursday. Except for Friday and Saturday, because I cannot stop playing Yakuza 7. Anyway. Back to you,
Excellent.
Connor.
Excellent. And I'm going to throw it right back to Sarah. Where can they find you?
A lot of planes today. Kirby has no internal organs. It's just a pipe straight from his mouth to his ass. Anyway.
Yep.
Oh
Yeah,
God.
wait, stars. That means he's got like a Play-Doh fun
Yeah.
factory.
Well, they've got to travel a whole multiverse first.
Yeah.
Little star-shaped asshole.
Yeah.
I'm on Twitter at Sarah with an H and with an E, Willia. I have to shill. They're on, I think, episode 4 of The Hidden Dungeon Only I Can Enter on Crunchyroll. I voice Amane in that dub, and also they've dropped all of Shironeko Project Zero Chronicle onto Funimation, and I voice Iris, the Queen of Light, in that. That's so regal. It's so funny to say that. Okay.
Excellent. And they can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I play tabletop wargaming games with my buddy Luke on Tuesdays. The Drukhari Codex is coming out soon, so I'm very excited for that. Whenever that drops, I'm going to get a hold of it. And then I'm going to finally assemble my Drukhari army, and it's going to be a lot of fun.
Oh, man. Yeah, Drukhari's awesome. I hope Drukhari aren't going to be like Old Dark Elder, because Old Dark Elder, you had one turn, and you were a surgical knife, but God help you if it went to their turn, because you are made of weapons.
Yeah, he was probably my favorite host of Whose Line? Drew Carey.
Yeah, dude, I love Drukhari. He's the most important Ohioan.
There you go. That one's for you.
Friday.
Friday's Funny Funhouse, where I play a lot of fun games with my friends. Played some Puzzle Agent and got a little tipsy, and it was a lot of fun. That's the most fun I think I've had with a Friday Funhouse in a long time. Just playing Puzzle Agent with my friends and just writing on my screen like John Madden, trying to figure out all these different puzzles. And Sunday or Saturday is usually when I play Yakuza Kiwami 2, but I beat it today. So I'll be moving on to the Majima chapter next week, and then we'll be playing Yakuza 3 Remastered. That's going to be fun. Yeah, that's happening. Sundays, I'm either playing games with the Harbingers, the Deadhouse Sonata's community Discord members, the people over at Deadhouse Sonata's community.
What's that?
Well, I'll get to that in a second. I beat Half-Life Alyx a couple of Sundays ago, and oh boy, what a good game!
Are your arms tired?
My arms were pretty tired, actually. I was firing Hadoukens at Combine, and it was crazy. A literal batshit insane near the end, and I was very immersed. I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed Half-Life Alyx.
I love that a new Half-Life came out, and I was looking for the 3, and it was Alex. And I went, "You guys are assholes!" Like,
they just don't disparage them. You just don't know how to count to 3, man.
I'm gonna disparage them. What? You think David's gonna come to my house and take my fucking scalpula? Fuck you.
Yes, I'm here. I'm here for your kneecaps. It's me,
No! No, get away!
Here I come. Hey, Mr. Rabbit.
I'm surprised you don't have a sound effect on your soundboard for the removal of kneecaps.
Oh, no, don't do that one. I won't.
Help.
Something very
really terrible.
He busts Gabe Newell busts into your house, and then you go,
"What the heck?"
Yeah, there it is.
I was about to say, I could make like a quote-unquote kneecap sound. I mean, I debone steaks. I could put a microphone next to it.
anyway.
No.
Okay.
Be sure to check out Deadhouse Sonata. Everything you could ever possibly want to know about it is right here at this link. Also, be sure to check out my DM's Guild, where I have a couple of subclasses out. Be sure to tune in for the Passion Domain Cleric and the Predator Rogue coming out soon as I get the art for them. And I'd also like to thank our sponsor for this episode of Gateway, Die Hard Dice.
Die Hard
My
Dice!
goodness.
That's right, Die Hard Dice is back at it again, sponsoring us. Yeah, back at it again at the Unexpectables, twitch.tv/the Unexpectables, and they're supplying us with all of the dice we use on this show. Actually, you can't see them, but they're here. I have my set, and I'm probably going to be utilizing them a good amount tonight. So just be prepared for that. That's going to be a lot of fun.
One of us is gonna die.
Maybe if a fight breaks out and you roll like you did with the Rad Roach, then maybe. It's always a possibility, but
I wonder what happens if I die. I'll just look at you and go, I guess I'll go
I'm
back to playing Yakuza.
I'm just waiting for the day that we run into a Deathclaw and every single roll is double sixes on all sides, and the party will have officially dominated a Deathclaw, but have been nearly wiped by a Rad Roach.
Oh my
Oh yeah,
god.
the lowest low and the highest high. That would be great.
That would be about on
truly
par, I
truly
feel.
make for a miraculous experience. And you can find these Die Hard dice that I'm rolling tonight at dieharddice.com. They've got a bunch of great, awesome looking stuff coming down the pipeline. Really excited for all of their upcoming dice and other products as well. Can't talk about them, but I got a sneak preview. They look amazing. Please go and check them out. dieharddice.com. And be sure to enter in the affiliate code EXPECTMAR, expect M-A-R, whenever you check out to get a whopping 10% off of your order price.
So unexpected.
But Connor,
It is
Isn't that
so
an anime
unexpected.
about a guy with like a flail or something?
can I also use the Die Hard dice for the paperweight?
You can
It's
if you
not their
want to.
intended purpose.
Although they're probably not very good for it. They're actually pretty light for what they are.
Can I also use the Die Hard dice for the hard decision making for running my business?
You absolutely
Not
can, but I don't
recommended.
recommend it. And speaking of things I recommend, it's time to read off some bits and subs from our wonderful community members. A Digital Mask, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Ian Bell. Zenlita, thank you for the 11 months of subbing, almost a year on this channel, and even longer with you wonderful, talented nerds. Here's to many more. Thank you so much. Extra Vowel, thank you for the 6 months of subbing. X Wiley Willie, thank you for the 12 months in a row. 1 year hype. Blue Kios 445, thank you for the 12 months. Let's go. Harmless NPC, thank you for the 12 months as well. 1 year. Just Some Random Steve, thank you for the 12 months as well. Lunatic Crow 84, thank you for the 12 months. It's tier 2. Poyo.
Kirby sound.
Poyo.
I can't do the Poyo. I think if I Poyo, I have to pay Chero $1 or something. I don't know
I
how.
can,
Ah,
I can try.
Poyo.
Squeaky.
Poyo.
Poyo.
What? Poyo.
Poyo!
There you go. That,
Poyo.
yeah. Poyo.
I also do a decent Yoshi.
Oh, God.
Can I hear Yoshi?
Ba-dum, bop.
No.
Oh, it's
Oh
not
my
bad.
God. It's like he's here in the room.
Yoshi!
Yosho.
Lunatic Crow, thank you for the 12 months at tier 2. Sir Thomas Percy, thank you for the 12 months. The shit sort of conversation did I walk into? Anyway, happy 1 year anniversary. Here's so many more.
We're
A Digital
talking about
Mask.
philosophical debates.
It's true. Thank you for the 12 months. A Digital Mask. A whole year. That's a lot of D&D. That's D&D a lot of. No. Fucking. The Talbs, thank you for the 12 months at tier 2. Resubbing.
You
Resubbing never
smacked
changes.
right into that fucking wall, dude.
Constable Mutton, thank you for the 12 months. Time to see what Horde Experiment Vault Tech cooked up this time. Indeed, we have to see. Not Dante 42, thank you for the 12 months. Gateway, woo, excited for more. Hope life's treating you all well. Not Dante 42, thank you for the 100 bits. Bits from my small stash, thank you so much. Solo Snake Slayer, thank you for the 1,100 bits. Deadhouse Sinatra puns. Just no Deadhouse Sinatra puns, just bits. Thank you. Pseudonym 92,
Why?
thank you for the 500 bits. Your next line is, I'll never be done with these Deadhouse jokes, will I? Nani. Blasphemy the Robot, thank you for the 100 bits.
that.
Hi, Rabbit. You're a good bean.
Aw, hey, thanks. Appreciate that, man. Thank you.
Oathbreaker John, thank you for the 12 months of tier 2 subbing. Yas, 12 months, aka a year. Man, I can't believe it's been a whole year. A lot has happened. Anyway, also, Corner, does Wolfgang know the legend of Batman? I don't know. Who's this Corner you speak of? There are corners on my desk. I don't know.
Oh, wait,
Do you
I
remember
get it.
Do you remember
Yay.
that time we got really drunk and we built a replica of you out of corn? Like some kind of like bodyguard double or something?
Hmm.
That's corn.
Ah, that's Corner.
Yes.
Is it related to Oxyconner at all?
God, I wish some dies, man.
We can't bring him back. That's like Ultra Instinct Shaggy. He's too powerful for this world.
Do you remember me on morphine when I got out of
Like,
my surgery?
I try not to.
Why didn't you come on to stream right after you just got out of surgery?
Dread Hunter 335, thank you for the 12 months. Hey guys, had an idea for a D&D game, but it's set in the XCOM universe. Ooh, I like XCOM.
Fun.
Just wanted to know what enemies you would tweak in order to work in the world setting. Well, I think the, what are they called, Eternals? Or the Ethereals? Yeah, I think like psionic powers should probably be tweaked somehow, but Pasta
I-
Parade.
Sorry, I didn't know XCOM had things called that in there. I thought it was just the Shooty Fellas game.
Shoot, fellas.
Nope, they
Well,
also
like,
Question quick.
you know, because a lot of them ones are just like Shooty Fella games, and they don't have fantasy aspects in them. I didn't know XCOM was that.
well,
Wait,
it's
no,
not
wait,
really, not
no,
really
yeah.
fantasy. It's more like psychic weird thing. It's strange.
Yeah.
Like
Like
Oh,
they're psionic aliens.
Like Mass Effect. Like Mass
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Also,
Pasta Parade.
Sarah, oops, sorry. You go.
Pasta Parade, thank you for the 10 months of Prime subbage. Dark Souls and Four Wandering Souls. Good combo for tonight. Indeed. A Digital Mask, thank you for the 2,000 bits. No message, just bits. Why did you... He typed out no message, just bits. Well, then there is a message. I don't get it. Maltraz, thank you for the tier 1 sub, dude.
Kind of one hand clapping sort of problem.
Meisterwurst, thank you for the 12 months in a row. Polka King 237, thank you for the 100 bits. Nia and the Mantid, thank you for the 30 bits. Gateway Bits, also catching up with Rolling With Me slowly but surely. Once again, listening to tense moments in the middle of mundane IRL situations makes my visit to meat delis more interesting. Impact Frame, thank you for the 9 months. Like Tabuya, thank you for the 12 months in a row. Thank you all for being incredible. You guys have been an amazing positive for a whole year. Probate, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Gonna be real scarce this week, guys. Not gonna lie. Had fun with the game.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we
I-
understand.
I hope,
Take care, man.
despite the circumstances, that you are doing as well as you can be. Yeah. I know you're going through some rough times, and just know that we're here for you if you need us, Probate. Thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Sloth 0130, thank you for the 12 months. XXHMDSXX, thank you for the 9 months. Gaijing Oomba, thank you for the 85 party raid.
Hi.
Zenlina, thank you for the 300 bits. I hope you play Puzzle Agent 2 soon so we can get a conclusion to the Dead Guy Gnome saga. God damn it!
Ah!
Oh, I feel so vindicated right now.
Gosh,
Man, Man, they're just-
confound you, Zenlina! You drive me to drink!
Good. Hydration is important.
it is true.
Also, yeah, the game sort of ended off in a weird cliffhanger where it's like, we're gonna pretend everything's fine, Nelson. Okay. It was very weird. It was very charming though. I liked it a lot. I will plan on playing Puzzle Agent 2 though. Protoss 103, thank you for the 5 bits. Take the kneecaps, Connor. Can't wait to see what happens tonight. Thank you so much. Chocolate Zombie, thank you for the 10 months. Woo Gateway. Alexander the Great, thank you for the 12 months. 1 year down. Hopefully many more to come. Mad Wombat Man, thank you for the 8 months. Huge thanks to all of the players and DMs on this channel. You have all made my day. Too many times to count now. I'm going to keep playing catch up on the archives, but I ain't leaving y'all with that one last gift. Well, thank you so much.
Oh.
Test Lab Monkey, thank you for the 7 months. Looking forward to Tales from the Wasteland. What adventures await the Alpha and friends? Ransack 16, thank you for the 7 months. 7 months, woo. The Goblin Review, thank you for the 12 months of Prime subbage. Mad Wombat Man, thank you for the 10 gifted subs to our wonderful community. Man, thank you for the 3 months of Prime subbage. Ed765 Super, thank you for the 200 bits. If a certain Disney princess fell to the moon...
Mm-hmm.
Say it. Say it.
Hang on.
Come on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to decipher it right now. If a certain
What do you-
Disney princess fell into the ocean, she'd be head doused Moana. Sure thing,
man.
Ed765 Super.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for the 200 bits. Nettle Norseman, thank you for the 12 months. Gauze21, thank you for the 100 bits. Connor, when are you going to drop Fat Boys? Because they are the perfect solution to all problems. Well, that's probably why I'm not. Not yet, anyway.
I don't.
Also, they're called Fat Mans, thank you.
Yeah, Fat Mans.
They grew up.
Or Rotund Sirs in England.
Rotund Sirs. Darius126, thank you for the 1,000 bits. If the player of Borky... Okay, hang on.
I know it's a Dead House Sonata pun every time because you read it, stop and go every fucking time.
If the player,
right here, you can see the part where Connor's soul dies inside. And there.
If the player of Borky played Dennis Gayak's latest title, it would be called Dead House with Taka. I mean, I guess. Were you going for a pun there? It's not really.
Dennis?
All of these
I
are
think
puns.
he was just going to hurt you.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I don't think this one was.
I don't know.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the 1,000 bits, I suppose. And finally, Impact Flame, thank you for the 200 bits. My contribution to the pun pile.
Yes.
A squadron of hard of hearing rodents would be a deaf mouse armada. All right.
Yes.
There you go. I like that one a lot.
And with that, I think it's time we finally get into today's tale.
Okay.
So, let me just go ahead and do something here real quick.
Tails are external limbs. You do not get in them.
Connor, before we start, can I say one thing?
Mm-hmm.
Sarah, when I got off of my surgery, I didn't get on a stream when I was on morphine in the hospital. I waited till I got home, couldn't sleep, was still really high off of morphine, and then just fell into a Discord call. I was trying to move my character in a game. I was running up against a wall for 3 hours.
Oh.
While on the call, just going, I don't know why it won't move. It won't go through the bricks. He's supposed to clip through the bricks.
My mom had to come in, look at me, slowly shut my laptop, and carry me back to my bed.
Oh, wow.
It was so
Strong
fun.
mom.
She's super tall. She's super small, but like super strong.
Like a dwarf.
All right.
Ooh, absolutely, though.
Let's
Buddy.
do this.
Yeah. Let's go ahead and get it started. Welcome back to the returning adventures of Louise, Alvin, Cynthia, and the Apex in Gateway. When last we left our explorers, they were making their way to Vault 85, said to be long abandoned by Louise. After a brief stop to scavenge in the ruins of Maryville University, and a run-in with a supposed former member of the dreaded Caesar's Legion, they weathered a storm and explored an old church, before finally arriving in Old Chesterfield. After a brief foray at the front of the entrance, Louise took the gang to a hidden side entrance, and now they stand in the darkened remains of Vault 85. What will they find inside? Find out on this episode of Gateway. So,
Apex lets out a bit of a hello, hello, hello to see if there's like echoes in the hall.
it does indeed echo off the solid steel walls. Your voice bounces off into the darkness. Though it's not pitch dark, it is still. It seems like there are emergency lights on. It is a bit hard to see.
Do I hear any like rustling or anything after I say that?
Make a wits check.
I shall. That is a 7.
You don't hear anything.
I too shall be listening out.
Okay. Roll me a wits as well.
Okay. 11.
11. As you sort of sharpen your perception to listen out into the distance, all you hear is Apex's voice off in the distance as it echoes and gets slowly quieter.
Apex glances left, right, waits a moment. Suppose it was abandoned.
Well, that explains why the door's still broken. If it wasn't, they should have sent a maintenance team up to go ahead and take a look at it.
Something tells me this place is long past maintenance.
Absolutely, but still look at it though. It's like, man, it's like being in a mechanical world. I've had dreams like this. This is nice.
Hopefully it stays that way.
Never been in an environment like this. Don't know what it would look like new. Apex says, kind of like holding his hand against the... Is the wall like somewhat rusty and kind of like dingy and old, or is it...
It does appear that there is some signs of age to this structure. It appears that due to the existence of this back entrance, you can gather that this wasn't quite as hermetically sealed as the original intent.
So yeah, just kind of like rubs
Connor?
the walls.
Yes.
Pip-Boys generally can hook to most kind of vaults, you said?
Your Pip-Boy can interface with most of the objects in here.
Can I use my Pip-Boy and turn the lights on?
You know from your experience in this particular vault that the power can't be turned on from here. You would need to go specifically to the generator, and you know from experience that room is locked off.
So the technology is analog. She'd have to plug the Pip-Boy into stuff to get it to work.
For the most part, there's not too many devices that you can directly interface with the Pip-Boy, but stuff like doors and computers and stuff, just for identification purposes, would open.
Vault tech specific things.
Do I know where that room is? We just can't get into it.
You do know where that room is.
Right. I will turn the light on my Pip-Boy on, at least.
Okay. And the light, the sort of dull green, illuminates the area directly in front of you. And you see that you are in...
Oh, sorry.
You see that you are inside the Overseer's office.
Welcome to Vault 85. This brings back memories. If we want to get the lights on in here, we're going to have to head to the generator room. I don't know how to get in, however, but I can get us there.
Well, if you can get me to the generator room, I might be able to go ahead and get it working.
Sounds like a plan.
If you can go ahead and find any maintenance rooms along the way or whatnot, might be able to go ahead and find some good tools. Hopefully, I might have some wonder glue down here or something.
Would I know where those maintenance rooms are, too?
From your position now, you would know that they would be from the atrium, which the Overseer's office overlooks. You would know that the systems room would be to your left in the atrium.
And where is the generator room from the atrium?
The systems room is to the left of the atrium.
And then the generator?
Here's the generator room.
The generator room is in the systems room.
Ah, okay.
Oh, so it's the same. Okay, so we want to go that way. Sure thing. Let's we should get out into this main area and head left.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
You said we're in an office?
You're in an office, yes. It looks like it is meant for one person.
Going to search it quickly.
Okay. Roll me wits.
12.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Look at you.
Just from your cursory glance around, you note that there is a rather large monitor behind you for like a computer. You see a keypad as well underneath it. For what you see still in the office, let me go ahead and take a little look-see here. I'm gonna roll some die-hard dice.
Expect more.
I'm gonna drop some die-hard
10%.
Okay.
Okay.
You find what appears to be a rather pristine-looking bottle of whiskey in one of the drawers in the overseer's desk.
Well, this is interesting.
Louise takes a look. Oh God, I remember that. At the time, I kind of wasn't interested in taking it, but man, can't believe it's looking as good as it did then.
That's real clean looking glass too. Wow.
I think I've had some of this in the past.
It smells like tree juice.
Very astute, Apex.
Well, it doesn't look like it was home. Doesn't look like it was homemade. What kind of whiskey is that?
What brand is this, Connor?
The brand is Old Royale Premium Whiskey.
Looks to me like a bottle of Old Royale. Haven't seen this in quite some time.
Is it?
Though I've shared a glass or two.
Is it special?
To me, maybe.
Would I know compared to the whiskey I already have if that's better or worse?
Well, you can probably infer that the fact that it was found in this locked vault, it's probably cleaner than the whiskey you've drank.
That's true. Probably tastes a lot better than the stuff I found.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt that. This is back from when I was able to drink it.
Old Royale. I never even heard that name before. Most we had over there at Riverside was just some whiskey. Some of the boys would go ahead and make up once or twice.
This would be much better. Something worth holding on to with for the meantime.
Oh, we have to save it for a celebration then.
Or a bargaining chip.
Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, you're right. Alvin will just scratch the back of his head embarrassed.
She'll tuck it into her pouch.
Okay. You have a little bit over half of a bottle of Old Royale Premium Whiskey.
If we can get that generator turned on, might make it a lot easier for us to go ahead and find our bearings around here. I think if we can go ahead and turn that on, maybe double back here, might be able to find some stuff. Maybe I might be able to get on some auxiliary systems. Who knows?
Get more lights.
Bad things are.
More visibility is always better in any environment.
What does this do? Pointing at the keypad and the monitor.
Oh, that? Well, let me go ahead and take a look at it. Looks like just
With the low power, is it even on?
Roll smarts, Alvin.
Alrighty. Here I go, rolling my big brain. 10.
That is the biggest computer you've ever seen.
Oh boy.
Boy.
It
This
appears to be off.
Is it a Robco brand computer, or do I not even know?
This appears to be a Vault-Tec specifically built computer. This doesn't have any of the real markings of a Robco product.
Is there a Vault-Tec logo on like the side of the console or something like that?
There are Vault-Tec logos everywhere.
I figured.
Damn it, we are a Robco family. We don't buy Vault.
Oh my god.
Look, I will buy great value if I need to. All right. Cynthia, this is, well, it ain't Robco, I'll tell you that much. This is one of the biggest, this is one of the biggest Vault-Tec rigs I've ever did see. I wouldn't be surprised if a whole darn desk was a whole computer. How did they get this to work?
Perhaps
Wow.
we can find answers if we can get it on.
Alvin's excitedly just looking around. Yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
Louise, would you lead the way?
Louise blinks and's like, yeah. Let's go.
Yeah.
Y'all okay?
Apex nods.
Huh?
Y'all okay?
Yeah, I mean,
Just say
I wasn't expecting to come back here, and
I'm sorry. What was that?
You didn't hear anything.
what happened?
What's going on, Cynthia?
Who didn't hear that?
You, Apex, and Alvin didn't hear anything. Louise, you heard.
just act natural.
Oh. Is that new?
I mean,
Is what new, darling?
No, I'm asking a bug named Connor. Is that new to me?
no. I mean, you talk to Phil all the time.
Oh. I will just smile and be like, yeah, just memories. Let's go.
Oh, yeah, no problem. No problem. Yeah, if Apex
Apex
is right,
follows
we
along.
can go ahead and turn that power back on. I can go ahead and see what's on that rig. Hey, Cynthia, you might even be able to go ahead and help me out for a little bit, too.
I know my way around a computer, so more than likely.
Absolutely. I'll turn it back on. You can go ahead and work your magic.
We'll see what we
Cynthia,
can
with
do.
your roll, you notice that the two obvious exits to this room are both open. Both of the doors are open.
Oh, I
uh,
was actually going to say,
Doors open.
let's close one of them.
Okay, you close one of them. And... Here's to
Oh,
a
I love
locked.
doors. Wow, they
Was
even
it-
work when you shut them.
Supposed to do that?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Seems like some kind of automatic. It seems like some kind of automatic. Wait a minute. No.
Right. The
Wait.
power is not on. Why is something automatic working?
That is a very good question. I was about to say.
Some of
seems
these
like
lights
kinda
are still
problem.
on. Maybe it's not much drain.
Cynthia's going to
Either
look at
way.
the computer with the keypad and see if there's any indication that it is on. Any lights, anything.
You... I hope that's getting picked up. You tap away at the keyboard. And there you go. That's sound effects right there. Connor McKinley.
Thank you. I got it.
I'm immersed.
And it doesn't appear that anything you're doing is bringing this computer to life.
Apex walks out into the atrium.
Let's not shut any more doors for now. That might be some kind of. It might have just enough power, like an emergency or something.
As you walk out to the one remaining open door, you notice easily enough that there is a metal panel laying on the side of the door, and there appears to be a sort of a hollowed out space on the inside.
What specific, like, what kind of shape and size is this hollowed out space?
It's about a square shaped, same as the panel on the front.
Bigger than my hand, smaller than my hand?
Much bigger. It's
Okay.
What would I compare it to? Like a computer monitor sized square.
Oh, okay. Would it per se be approximate size of Luis's wristband thingy? Or Pip Boy?
Much bigger than that.
Okay.
Like a modern computer monitor.
Apex will keep this in mind, but realizes that right now the most important thing is to get power on, and then they'll be able to figure out what this technology does, which is way out of his wheelhouse.
Can I take them over to the door for the systems?
Sure.
You go over to the door to the systems. As you walk out into the atrium, this is probably the biggest single room that any of you have ever been in. It is large, and as you look over, you're probably 20 or 30 feet up in the air, above the ground floor, it looks like.
Is it light enough that we can see the bottom?
It's a little bit difficult to see down into the bottom right now. You can catch sort of lights reflecting off of the metal floor at the bottom, but they're not really illuminating much. If you want to give me a wits check, you can try to see if you can see anything down there.
Sure. That's an 8.
8?
8.
You kind of see something. Appears like there's a bunch of clumps everywhere.
The ground, it is clumpy.
Clumpy in what way?
Clumpy in a way,
Vaguely humanoid clumps.
corpsey.
Ah, that
shit.
kind of clumpy.
Original residents, no doubt. That's a shame. I understand what Louise said. No, we're in the room, right, Connor?
You're in the top floor of the atrium right now, and you're looking down over this railing to the floor below.
I gotcha. I still have trouble believing that some people might have went ahead and designed some of the vaults to be not all the up and up. What I read, like, these were much shinier, safe as can be. Communities where people go ahead and just carry on with themselves. I'm sure it wasn't all sunshine, but
Well, something must have went wrong, but their misfortune could be our benefit.
I do agree with you there, Mr. Apex. Like, I remember, like, maybe a couple vaults might go ahead and fail to function. That makes sense. Something catastrophic, earthquake, something like that. But they really wouldn't do something like that, would they?
Alvin,
They did.
it would pain your heart to know the things people do to other people.
Yeah.
Reminds me of something Boss Man used to say. Boss Man always told me he never understood the inhumanity against man, but
Destruction is part of nature, as is wanting.
well, maybe there should be a lot less destruction, maybe. Damn shame looking at those people.
Is there
Come
a
on,
ladder
Louise,
or
let's go
some
ahead and
stairs
keep
to
going.
find our way down from here?
You do notice down the hall a little bit, you see a bit of those emergency lights reflecting off of what appears to be a corner, and coming from them as well. There appears to be some stairs.
Louise, is it that way?
Points towards the stairs.
Is it? I thought it was just over to the left. Is that the stairs to the left?
That is the way to get down to the atrium's bottom floor, where the service room is.
Yeah, that's the
Um,
way.
Are there any like pebbles or little rocks on the ground?
Not
Fine.
really. This place seems to be fairly clean of your regular type of debris. There are like clumps of rust and stuff. And go ahead and make a wits roll.
What's wrong? Okay. 7.
As you look around on the floor, you do manage to find a gray stray pebble.
Okay. I'm going to go pick up that pebble and I'm gonna toss it down to the clumps at the bottom of the atrium.
Okay.
Specifically trying to aim at one.
Okay. You flick the pebble out. Roll body.
Oh Lord. Okay. 4.
As the pebble rolls out, you entirely miss and manage to land the pebble right in the middle of this atrium hallway, and the sound rings out.
Nice sound.
Checking like that's a good idea, actually.
Apex focuses his ears again.
Cynthia watches the clumps on the ground.
Roll me a wits.
That's a 10 for Apex.
10 for Cynthia.
Hey, same Z's.
Twins.
Make sure that the chat is updated on the rolls. As you hear the sound ring out. Nothing.
Nothing.
Apex continues towards the stairs after the affirmative was given that it's down that way, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So, my sound went out for a bit, but like, what are the clumps again?
Just
Bodies.
corpses, I think.
Appear to
okay.
be vaguely corpse shaped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna
Apex is making his
follow
way
after them.
downstairs.
Yeah.
Alvin's gonna go ahead and just follow behind.
Yeah.
He is keeping an eye out just to see if there's just anything with like a toolbox open or something like that. But that's pretty much it.
Essentially, unless we come across something like super interesting, probably just going to keep following Louise to the generator room.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Apex thinks first priority, like above anything else, unless something jumps out and attacks, is get this power on so we can see.
So
As-
Louise,
Louise will lead on. She's a little twitchy looking, but then again, with Louise, you can never tell.
a lot of scavengers still come around here, or
They could try, considering they can't get in the front door anymore. I don't know why they would.
well, don't they all know that little side path like you do?
Nope.
Oh, I remember. Yeah. You gotta have your
I
secrets, right?
Well, I was probably the first one to use it, to be honest.
Well, lucky you.
Yeah. Lucky me.
Well, I didn't mean anything by it, but
Well, Louise sort of gives him a very tight smile. It's like, not you. It's not you.
Does this vault bring back bad memories?
Well, Phil's not happy to be back here, let's put it that way. And I wasn't really wanting to make any time here either.
We are all haunted by our pasts in some way or another.
That is
Apex
one
looks
way of
down at his
putting it.
claw.
Yeah. You and me both. Oh, and also pats the backpack. Come on.
yeah, no problem.
So
We'll
we're
just-
on the bottom. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, nothing. I'm good.
I was just gonna say, so we're on the next floor down now?
Yeah, as you round the corner, you make your way out into the. Ignore that sound, by the way. that's just the background ambiance. Don't worry about that. You round the corner, and now that you're in like a bit closer to these clumps, you can indeed tell that these are human remains, skeletons long dead. These were probably the original dwellers of Vault 85. And they're in various different poses. Most of them are leaned up against the walls. Some look like they have their hands clawing at some of these doors.
Are there any like chip marks on the walls or floor that indicate like basically I'm looking for signs of violent death, like being shot or being bludgeoned, like things that might have been things
Make
like
a-
broken bones on some of the skeletons, gun like bullet holes in the walls and stuff.
Make a smarts or wits of your choice.
Same
I
roll,
was-
so
Gonna look at the bodies.
that's an 8.
Okay. Was anybody else going to roll? Cynthia?
Oh, yes. Wits or smarts, you said?
Wits or smarts of your choice, yes.
Well, they're both the same, so 9.
Yeah, I'll take a baseball bat swing at it. See
Alrighty.
what and I'll
With
see
me,
if I
it
can.
doesn't matter. They're the same level.
8.
7.
There we go.
We all rolled in the same range.
Yeah.
Woohoo.
So you all get a general grasp of the
With our
most of these
powers
people,
combined.
With your powers combined, you detect that if there were violent deaths here, you can't really tell. The skeletons are sort of strewn out in a bunch of different ways, and who knows what sort of shifting they've done with the wear and tear of time as they decay and collapse, sort of. They are in many different states. Some of them look to be a bit older than others. From what you can tell, doesn't seem like there were any violent deaths here. But then again...
Sorry?
I was just going to say, then again, none of you really have even you, Cynthia, none of you really have the medical know-how to tell how one of these skeletons died, especially since some of them are 200 years old.
But there aren't signs of like massive broken bones on these
no
things. Like
obvious signs.
Okay, yeah.
Could have
So
died
Connor,
anyway.
Connor, I would remember having seen these when I was there
Yeah.
last.
Yeah.
Probably also not a very uncommon sight on the wastelands to find just a bunch of bodies at certain places.
No, fair enough.
It's an absolute shame looking at that.
Well, as long as they aren't moving, they aren't stopping us.
You're right.
I'm gonna
It's just
search them too, if there's anything left nearby.
Okay.
I'll probably
roll,
take a touch.
roll wits.
11.
Okay. Let's just see here. So, let me go ahead and roll for something. Okay. Most of what you find here is just old scraps of leather, this sort of bluish tinted leather with some yellow in there. Appears to be leftovers of a jumpsuit. And human remains that are skeletal. Even with your roll, there's really nothing that you can see. However, as you get a bit closer to some of these doors that these skeletons are at, you notice more of these weird panels popped out of the doors.
Popped out as in...
Like those monitor-sized things, right?
Monitor-sized hollows inside of these doors, and they appear to each contain something.
I will go look at it.
Okay, as you look inside, you note this long, complex, nigh on labyrinthine maze. There appears to be a stick attached to a rope that is attached to this sort of, like, box containing this maze. At the end of it, there appears to be sort of a stylus attached to a rope. It appears to have a small magnet at the end of it. And as you look over, you do see a small ball bearing at one of the ends of this maze.
Well, isn't that interesting?
what in the world is that?
The lines box.
Welcome to the fun house. This is a lot. I found a bunch of this sort of thing when I was here. These doors, they're puzzles all over the place. As far as I can tell, if you solve the puzzle, you can get through.
Oh, they used to have
Alright.
some of those at the end of my favorite
Your-
books. My favorite books.
Your favorite books, huh?
Yes.
Oh, amazes and whatnot. Yeah, no, I get that. Oh, Also, I didn't know you liked having all sorts of, like reading all sorts of books. I found some nice Rocco manuals. You want to go ahead and take a look at them?
Apex's eyes just kind of like shift back and forth. Just sort of nods sheepishly.
Well, that's probably why you had that charcoal when I wrote that letter. You like doing the mazes. Oh, well, that explains it. But, you know, it doesn't explain this maze thing that Cynthia's looking at. I wonder why this would be here. It doesn't look like any kind of...
Will it work with the power as it is?
I don't know what this was used for, to be honest with you.
Louise,
Yeah.
you said you've come across these in the past?
Well, in this vault, yeah. I had to solve a few of them to get out. I didn't solve all of them, though. That's why a lot of these doors are still locked.
Nothing happens if you don't solve them?
Connor, above the game, nothing does happen, right? You just can't get through.
You look down at the skeletons that are clawing at this door, and you can infer a few things about that. One of them
failed one.
Yeah.
Sorry, stupid question. I can't infer if they just died trying or if something happened to kill them.
You can infer that they died trying to get this door open.
Right.
I was just wondering if she had
wanted to
tried some
clarify.
before. I was just wondering if she had tried some before, and if she had previously failed one, if something bad had happened to her.
You were in here
Well,
for a while, Louise.
Sorry.
No, if they were rigged that way, I would not have been getting out, let's put it that way. They just basically let you try till you succeed, or she gestures to the skeletons.
Oh, that's... Huh. So that's why you call it the
Interesting.
funhouse.
Hearing that, Apex is going to try it.
Okay. So
it's,
as you
plus smarts.
you squat down, you grab the stylus with the magnet at the end of it, and you tap it against the glass on this thing, and the ball bearing goes up against the glass, and it appears to float when you move it. Go ahead and roll me smarts.
Apex's brain analyzes the maze, and 11.
Very good. You do a lot of these at the end of your books, and it's easy enough, and you just have sort of an instinctual knowledge of where this goes. Is you've got a bit of time here, and you try, and eventually that ball bearing gets up to the other end of that maze and gets sucked in somewhere.
I lost the ball.
Don't forget.
And the door folds in, slides up, and you have access to this room.
What is
Louise
inside this
smiles.
room?
Louise smiles for the first time since they've gotten in here and just looks at Apex like, man, I really wish I'd had you a few months back.
Once you recognize the patterns, it's easy sometimes.
After
of
you've
me.
had a lot of practice? She smiles real big.
Keeping the brain in top form is important to survival.
I'm really concerned about all this.
Could everyone but Louise deafen themselves for like 15 seconds?
I can do that.
Yep.
Louise.
Louise,
What?
don't let them find me. They'll turn on you,
They're not.
just like he did.
Okay, you need to stop. Look, they haven't turned on me now. They're not going to turn on me at this point. Calm down, please. Being really antsy today. What the hell's up with you?
The rest of you can come back.
Okay.
Well...
Did you say that out loud?
Sorry, I zoned out for a second. What?
They went to that place where James Sunderland goes in Silent Hill 2 when he saves.
Did you say that out loud, by the way, Louise?
Sure, my part.
Okay.
What? I don't know what she said. I was
If
muted the whole time.
you want to repeat what you said.
I basically, you hear the tail end of her saying, "They're not gonna turn on me now. Why would they turn on me now if they have it now? Why are you being so antsy today? What's up with you?"
Does Phil feel threatened by me?
What? Ugh. No, like I said, he doesn't like it here, and he's just being a bit of a dick, okay? I'm gonna say it. Just calm your tits. Let's go.
Well, I think Phil and I can kind of agree with that.
As you
Hey.
open,
Then we should hurry and find our supplies.
Apex looks into this room that has popped open. What is before us?
as you open this door, you are greeted with what looks to be a large sort of cafeteria area.
I immediately go looking for perishables or non-perishables.
Roll wits.
Apex senses food. Apex rolls 10.
Alrighty. Let's see here. You
Just dive back behind like the bar where I know certain like old diners would serve food and just start digging through the pantry shelves.
as you dig through some of these, you see them every now and again. There's sort of like these weird bread box things that are mounted on walls where you can just grab some and then close the shutters on it. If you've played a Fallout game, you'll know what I'm talking about. It's those weird things on the walls. You open it up and yeah, sure enough, you find what looks to be a old, opened, but half full box of sugar bombs.
Apex takes a couple and just kind of crunches on them. The extremely stale corn puff sugary ball.
They're
Crunch.
they are sweet. They are absolutely stale. A little bit wrong tasting, but you get that in a lot of pre-war food. A lot of perishables, non-perishables. A lot of preservatives that you're tasting right now. But to you, it's delicious.
Apex jumps back out from behind the counter, offers some sugar bombs to Louise and Alvin, being that they can eat.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Apex.
There's enough to, if you share, you would each get like a good handful.
Louise declines. I still have that sugar bombs already. I'll just be like, I've got some already. Thanks anyway.
Apex will save the rest just for a treat.
Yeah, Viz could help me think. And Alvin will just crunch away at him. He looks visibly concerned in here.
You should be, because... Go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm going to scan to see if there's anything that might be of use in the room.
As you scan the room, go ahead and roll wits. You do notice more bodies.
Oh. 4 2 1s?
The sights you see sort of take your perception, and they have a firm grasp of it at the moment, because you see just bodies slumped up against the walls. Looks to be hands clutching their rib cages and where their stomachs used to be. These appear to be a bit fresher than the skeletons outside. There's even still some skin and not quite muscle, but These look more like mummies than skeletons.
Is
Would
it due
I-
to the fact that they were in a room that was like more sealed away than the room that was kind of somewhat exposed to the elements from the broken hatch?
You do note that the other exit to this large cafeteria area, has a shut door.
Hmm.
You get the sense that these people were trapped in here.
Apex has just learned to kind of ignore bodies for the most part.
As these
You
are
all have.
newer, would I remember these particular bodies from when I was here? Were these here too? I mean, again, I just can't
Yeah.
say I remember every single freaking corpse, but
You, without rolling, you would, due to the length of time you were here, you can easily deduce that these are all of the same corpses you saw on your way in.
okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, there appears to also be just notably, the room has an odor to it. Not quite decay. Apex, you're a bit familiar with it.
Sort
of-
what? So kind of like musty, not quite decay. Is there like a metallic scent to it, or
Musty, old manure type of scent you get.
kind of like compost or
Yeah, like really old. It's faint, but it is still present.
These people decompose slower. Must have been the room.
Notably, in the corners of the room, you see piles of stuff.
like refuse.
Mm-hmm.
They were trapped in here then
Oh.
for a long time, looked like.
Apex points over.
That was their latrine.
Understood.
Alvin is slowly eating sugar, but like by piece. He's trying to make this handful last.
Hmm. So
Can I examine that door real quick? The one that's open.
On our
Apex.
way out, yeah.
I might say that while he's looking at that door, you stand outside the one we came in, just in case.
Isn't that like the one open door, the one we came in?
Yes. If one door closes from another one opening, we may have an issue.
Apex just sort of nods and stands outside the door, just tossing a few sugar bombs up in the air and catching them in his mouth.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Come along, Apex. I just want to take a look at that door real quick. All right?
we should still get the power on as soon as possible.
Absolutely. And if any of y'all can find some kind of directory in any of these rooms, or maybe a map or something, that'd greatly help. I'll do my part too.
I wouldn't have that, I assume, but do I have any memory of any other rooms around here?
You know that the other area outside of the cafeteria would be the sort of residential quarters, where the people would live. And past that, there's a couple of other sort of small maintenance rooms, smaller than the room you're trying to get into. And in front of that would be the vault door or elevator that you came in from with your group. Your previous group, I should say.
That door we were talking about, that's out to the residential area.
The door that Apex and Alvin are going to, is the one towards the residential door.
Okay. I think I remember the residential areas out front, and beyond that, there's some smaller maintenance rooms, and then you get to the door of the vault proper, but that's about all I got to see. I mean, as I said, there's a lot of places even I didn't get into.
Well, with four of us, we might have a much easier time of doing it.
Well, if Apex, you want to solve some more door puzzles, by all means.
Yeah, if there's another maze, might be able to help out with that.
Since you studied.
This one was just easy, that's all.
So from what I'm understanding, I guess the doors are purely mechanical. Maybe they aren't even part of maybe they aren't even part of the electrical system. And that puzzle, when y'all finish whatever puzzle it is, goes ahead and must trigger something inside the door that pops the locks off. You shut the door, the mechanical locks pop in again, and you got to solve the puzzle to go ahead and get the lever to move back. That's just what I'm thinking. It's a lot like it's a lot like the old lock on a door, but with a
As far as I gather.
The thing I don't understand.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
The thing I don't understand is why the hell are there mazes and puzzles on things? Why don't they just have a standard lock system like vault deck doors came standard?
Why did the world destroy itself? We have many questions about the past that go unanswered.
You just think that, they just have it just be a normal door, that's all.
Probably because this was part of the experiment in the whole.
Experiment?
Why else would you throw a bunch of crazy-ass puzzles in this place? I mean, it can't be helpful for the inhabitants who need to live here. Unless you did it on purpose.
I mean, that's not... Yeah, I suppose you're right. Maybe.
These people were subjects.
Why the hell they like that, though? I mean, hell, you gotta imagine they came all the way down here to escape all that shit up top. Why the hell you make them suffer again like that? That's like escaping one hell going into another one.
Maybe that computer upstairs would have the answers you seek.
I'm hoping we see some normal doors. Maybe something went down. Maybe this was like maybe like an experiment or something. Maybe they had some tests and whatnot, but still, not like this. No, come on, Louise. Let's just show me the way. Let's get that generator on, okay?
Yeah. Come on.
So you're heading back out to the atrium to go to the generator room?
Yeah. Before Cynthia, like after they lead the way, Apex will kind of like hold his arm out towards Cynthia.
You're chiding me.
Yes, and it's quite fun.
Why?
For amusement for myself. Does it bother you?
I don't know. I've never been chided. Not in a while.
Well, know that it's in fun. Not looking to hurt your feelings.
None have been hurt.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Apex nods and holds his hand down. And what color are your eyes glowing at this point? He's been trying to study this.
They're like bluey gray.
Apex nods and kind of shiftily breaks eye contact, knowing that you know something about him that he is not quite aware of.
Mm-hmm. The minute he turns away, then the eyes go pink.
Apex continues down, following after Louise and Alvin.
Okay. Give me half a shake here. I am adjusting something on my end.
Adjustments are being made. Stand by.
Please don't adjust TV set. I already fixed it.
So, as you make your way over to the door to enter into the sort of larger maintenance area, you you come across another one of those popped up panels, and when crouching down to look into it, you see this.
Picture.
Picture. A picture?
Picture.
Hasn't popped up for me yet.
Picture.
Picture.
Thing.
Focus.
I like the
Focus.
seagull.
Hey!
Oh!
Oh, rad.
There appears to be
Oh,
a
what? This is weird.
glowing green button on the side of this panel as well. And all of these little pictures of that oh so familiar Vault Boy are sort of backlit. Don't mind that. That wasn't real.
I like that's just the sound in Louise's head. It's...
Hark, there's
Wow,
someone
I-
still alive. There's no
Hark.
one left. Oh.
You see two buttons, one green and one yellow.
Oh, that's a reassuring face, though. Oh, good old Vault Boy. I used to really like him when I was a kid.
This puzzle,
hardly know
it's
him.
different.
Yes, it is. She says, looking at it.
Backlit Vault Boys, two green buttons and a red button.
Apex like kind of squats down and starts scratching his chin, like the scruff on his chin.
God, this place never could have one single puzzle like the others could it.
What happens if you press one of the buttons?
I could touch one and find out. I got a power fist, so, you know, it being armored at all, probably go ahead and something weird happen. My hand will be fine.
Hmm.
Your hand might be fine, but if it's something that doesn't like fleshy types, then you might be out of luck.
Are you volunteering?
I'll volunteer. Absolutely.
I will volunteer. You have skin on your face, and if there is gas, you will not be able to stop it.
I mean,
I could
Yeah,
stand
I-
an acid bath in my face. I don't think you could.
well, you're right about that, Miss Cynthia.
Still does not sound pleasant.
Of course, I really hope you don't get acid on your face.
We have no idea which of these buttons is the correct button if there is one. So,
All right, Cynthia, but be
flip the
careful.
cap, I suppose.
Don't worry, I'll do what I can to keep my face looking pretty for y'all.
Alvin will give just a smile, just kind of.
Apex just nods.
This place.
So, So, what are we pressing and how?
We don't know the results either way. So,
If I
And
had
you
to make
said-
a guess,
Connor, can you explain what we're looking at one more time aside from
So-
the...
I should probably explain for the podcast listeners as well.
There's a
'cause
green button and a yellow button, and then we have
So-
all these images of the Vault Boys pointing in different directions, right?
Yes. So
Except the
what
one
you're
at the bottom.
what you're seeing in front of you right now, it appears to be a 3x3 3x3 blocks, each containing a picture of the Vault Boy in sort of a different colored jumpsuit, and some of them are pointing at the other Vault Boys. It's sort of a powder blue and yellow checkerboard pattern backlighting each of these. The panel itself appears to be on a metal frame. There is one red button and one green button. And if you look closely, each of these little panels appears like they could be pushed in as well.
before you press a button,
Apex is going to press the red guy and see what happens.
Okay, you press them in. You hear a satisfying tick. And the picture sort of dims a bit, and it becomes sort of a red backlight.
Well,
Wait a minute.
What happens if you press the red while the red one is off?
guess I could find out.
Yeah, give it a try.
She'll go over and press the red button.
As you lean in and press the red button, you hear another deeper as you press it, and then loudly you all hear a bang, and the red guy comes back to the regular backlight and appears to slide back out.
I see.
Try the green one.
Yeah. Try the green one by itself.
Okay. You
The green
lean
button,
forward.
not the green man, but the green button.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So you lean in and you press the green button, and you hear. Greetings, Vault citizens, and welcome to another one of Vault 85's intellectual aptitude tests. For this test, you will be. The voice doesn't respond to you.
Okay.
I mean, the voice doesn't respond. I can't do it that quickly.
I get you.
Ignore the man behind the curtain.
You're just like, oh shit, and you just hear footsteps on the other side of a door run away really quick.
Shut
Pay
up.
no attention to the man behind the screen.
There's just a guy behind us with a bullhorn with a voice
Oh
changer.
my god.
Pay no attention to the Street Fighter announcer.
Oh, okay.
As I was saying, here you see before you 9 Vault citizens. Some of them are good law-abiding citizens, but some of them are communist spies. The good law-abiding citizens will point out the bad guys, whereas the communist spies will point at anyone, no matter if they are good or bad. You must find those who would spy on our great country, for the United States, and for the future of humanity. And the voice dims out.
Apex pushes the blue guy.
Pushes in, red backlight.
Apex pushes.
Maybe touch that red feller? I'm not
Apex pushes the orange guy.
Red backlight.
I think that might be it.
Apex crouches back down and scratches his chin.
All right. Wasn't that guy in the red jumpsuit? Not sure what a commie is, but red. What wasn't he red when we pushed him down last time, or was that the fella in the orange jumpsuit?
It could be the fish that is red.
All 3 of them had red backlights whenever you pushed them in.
Yeah, I'm sure that dude in the red jumpsuit had a red.
Give it a whirl.
Yeah.
So
push that-
right now, so just making sure, right now the only ones that are pushed in are the blue and the orange one.
Blue and the orange ones are pushed in. What do you do now?
Are you pressing the red one or?
I'm not. Apex thinks Apex is still staring. He's questioning the one in the black jumpsuit. But he thinks that logically he might have.
You did do that, right? When you touched the fella in the red jumpsuit, he turned out to be one of these, one of the.
I'm assuming that the buzzer meant we were wrong.
But slid back out, but he was red. I think it just wants you to find the red ones.
I don't think it's that simple.
Press the red button.
Apex presses the red button.
Press it in. You get that satisfying chunk. And it goes bang, and both of the buttons come back out.
Was there any indication one way or another? Was it the same exact thing that happened?
It's the same exact thing that happened the last time you pressed the red button.
I'm sorry about that, Apex. I guess I'm a little shook up about that.
Everybody is pointing at the blue one. The blue one.
Except for the purple guy.
Except for the purple guy.
Right.
The blue guy is pointing at the purple guy. If the blue guy is a communist, he'd be pointing at anyone. Meaning that the purple guy could be. But the purple guy is pointing at orange and the black jumpsuit. Could be either of those as well. The question is, if they are pointing in one direction, is it both characters in that line? Or could it only be one? Either way, I'm certain blue is one of them.
I have a thought. Humor me, guys. Actually, Louise is gonna step up. Is it still on again, or do we need to hit that green button again?
Appears to be on.
Okay. Louise is gonna hit the green, the red, the brown, the purple, the teal, which is the one in the middle.
You're just hitting all of them?
She's gonna leave alone the blue guy and the 3 on the bottom.
You're leaving the blue guy and the 3 on the bottom alone. You're pressing everyone else?
Yes.
Okay, so as you in this sort of U-shaped red pattern now.
Apex looks a little bewildered.
Alvin's gonna take a step back.
She'll turn to Cynthia. Hit that red button, please.
Alrighty. She'll press it.
Chum 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 chum.
You see, building a lock would have been much more effective. Oh, God.
Let's try this. She's gonna hit the blue and the purple and then hit the red button.
Okay, as you blue and purple light up red. You go in, hit the red button. The door raises up.
So
Yes,
the
it was
blue
that
one
simple.
was correct.
Apex looks over at Cynthia.
Well done.
Yeah, way to go.
Well, depending on who's pointing where, you have multiple people pointing at the two of them. Green could be pointing at purple just as easily as it's pointing at blue. And red could be pointing at purple just as easily as it's pointing at blue as well.
So they were all in the same line.
In my mind. Anywho, shall we carry on?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, since this door is now loose, Apex will either shove it open or pull it open or whichever way it wants to move.
Once you completed the puzzle, the door seems to have... it seemed there was a mechanism in the middle of a door that sort of twisted in, and then the door rose up. You can no longer see the door.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, it appears to be entirely mechanical and automated.
What is inside?
Inside, you see a rather large room full of a bunch of different doors. Notably, none of the panels in here are off of the doors like any of the usual ones. This area appears to be mostly pretty untouched. You see two large, sort of like power stations centered in this rather large room. Occasionally, you'll see a little flicker of electricity from the top of one of the little coils at the top of them. Red lights sort of illuminate this room all around.
Apex points to the coil and looks to Alvin.
Are we safe to approach?
It's a live wire. Let me see. Alvin will see if there's an access panel kind of in the same hallway as these live wires. He wants to try to go ahead and at least clear out those jumping wires, make sure no voltage comes out.
Go ahead and roll me wits.
Alrighty. I couldn't see my dice roller because of your freaking vault boys. I kept clicking dice roll. I was like, oh. You said wits?
Wits, yes.
Okay. 12.
Whoa.
Excellent.
Nice.
Perfect.
Very, very good. Sure
Wait,
enough.
Did you roll? He didn't roll his wits modifier, did he?
I don't have a wits modifier. Mine is
Oh,
body,
okay, fair
smart,
enough.
and charm.
There you have it. You managed to roll perfectly. And sure enough, you see sort of on a cramped little like sidewalk, there is a terminal, and it appears to be on.
All right, this place got power at least. Let's see if I can't go ahead and access the controls. Maybe go ahead and bypass this circuit from here. Y'all give me just a second. Take a step back. It's sometimes dangerous. I'll be good. You're looking at professionally, you know? And I will attempt to bypass.
Okay. As you sort of clickety-clack away at the keyboard on this terminal, you get the login screen, and if you want to try and break this bad boy open, I'm going to need you to roll smart.
Smart. 9.
Sure enough. It takes you a little bit of trying, but your knowledge of computers is a bit better than most. You're not like a science whiz kid, but you know your way around a terminal, and you try all the old regular hacker techniques, and eventually you manage to break in. It doesn't seem like there is much security to this thing. And the screen pops up that says power management. There is a menu that says automatic shutdown activated. Fusion core depleted.
All right.
Emergency power on.
Let's see. Power's off. Fusion core's drained.
Didn't you find one of those in the hospital?
Luckily we did. I think it was at a half charge.
75%. Louise digs around in the backpack and pulls it out. Well, I wanted to sell this, but needs a must. She hands it off to Alvin.
You can always take it back later.
All right. I bet you that jumping circuit right there, that jumping jack y'all see, that's part of the emergency power. If I go ahead and get the main power back on, it'll bypass that circuit, and we can go ahead and travel through here safely without getting struck by some air and lightning. All right. Now, if I remember right, the panel to install this nice little darling is over here, maybe? And Alvin will go ahead and install the fusion, the fusion cell.
Easily enough, you locate the fusion reactor. You do see there is a depleted fusion core still inside the sort of a slot that it's meant for. And you yank it out, and you can keep it if you wish. But there's a depleted fusion core, and you sort of push in and wait for a moment. And then these lights, one row after another, begin to flash on, and Vault 85's interior is illuminated.
Apex stands back up as the lights start coming back on.
There we go. I always kind of wanted to do that. It seems kind of lackluster with, all this and the puzzles and whatnot. But
It's so bright.
she's working again. Connor, do I know if fusion cells can be recharged or whatnot? Like, has there been any story about that or whatnot?
Roll smarts.
Smirt. 9.
Your general knowledge of fusion cores is that a lot of them are pre-war. They were designed for use in a ton of different things. Anything from these big fusion reactors to cars to computers to even the fancy suits of power armor. Fusion cores were used for all sorts of different things. If they can be recharged, you are not.
Would I know about that since I am pre-war?
Well, Alvin would know that high-grade long-term nuclear batteries, there might be a way to recharge them.
But it would take some doing, like a lot
It
of
would-
doing.
It would take equipment that you don't have.
All right.
Well, it's a good housing for a cell. Yeah, why not? And he'll go up. How big are fusion cells anyway? Like, are they
based on Fallout 4, they're like kind of cans of Coke, slightly larger.
Yeah, they're like 2 cans of Coke stacked on top of each other would be their general size and circumference.
A tall.
You could easily hold one in your hand.
I'm gonna hold on to this empty fusion cell. Good scrap. Might be able to go ahead and do so. I always did want to go ahead and see if. Well, it's a wild dream, but I don't know if you can go ahead and. I don't know if once they run out, you can kind of fill them back up again, and you'll have to get a new one. I've never found out the answer to that question.
Either way, if this one still has charge in it when we're done, perhaps we could grab it back.
Actually, that's a very good point as well.
I'd like to, considering I'd still like to make use of it later.
Boss man always told me, nice piece of scrap's about as good as finding gold.
You know that fusion cores are meant to last for a long, long time. In fact, it's a little strange that this one is empty.
Y'all know something? I might be overanalyzing this just because he just waves a hand absentmindedly around all the death around him. But looking at this fusion cell, it is completely bone dry. That doesn't happen often.
Connor?
Yes.
When I was there a few months ago, were the lights and stuff all working normal?
They were.
Actually, when I was here back when I was here, everything was on. So it would have died after I left. So then I guess it would have had to been really low.
Even then, how long ago did you last come to this place, if you don't mind my asking?
It was about 5-6 months.
That's nothing to a fusion core, though, right?
Even if on
correction, Alvin. I was here for 5 or 6 months, but I think it actually would not have been long from the slaver's place from getting out of here, actually.
Wait a minute, you lived here for 5-6 months?
I didn't live here, per se.
Hold up, more like.
Yeah.
Oh, I get you.
By yourself?
With these weird puzzles?
Yeah. Well, gave me something to do, I guess.
Gracious. Well,
I mean, I can't tell you, unfortunately, I can't tell you what power level this thing would have been at before I left to say if maybe it was about to go out, but you're probably
Well-
right. It's a little weird. It's drained.
me, boss man, the rest of the machine shop, we sometimes, occasionally, get to look in the fusion cells or whatnot, but they always have a decent amount of charge of them. We've even found things that are old as cardinal sin sometimes, and they still got a great amount of power to them. Like for example, that cell in the hospital, right? That I just put in, that was at a 75% charge, and I'm betting no one bothered to replace the cell or whatnot. I mean, you could go ahead and say maybe Gov did or whatnot, but I doubt it. Like 200 years, maybe it's like. It still has a great amount of charge, which means
So
maybe something was drawing all the power from this, but what? What would be causing parasitic draw?
So either something drained a lot of power from it, or it conveniently ran out when it did, or somebody else came in and swapped out the old one with a new one, an empty one.
That's true. If we go with option one, I could go ahead and look at the reactor, go ahead and see if there's any signs of parasitic draw, maybe some of the wiring loose, things like that. But I bet you the additional power would be soaked up by all those cockamamie puzzles going on around here.
Would the
So
computer
why
in the-
don't exactly? Why don't we go back to that computer in the overseer's office?
in the cockpit?
Think you would
Yes, office.
tell
Yeah.
us everything we need to know?
Oh yeah, don't worry, don't worry about that. The fusion cell will go ahead and stay for ages and ages and ages. So yeah, let's go ahead and take a look at that. Oh, Cynthia, I nearly forgot about that. All right, yeah, let's get going. Whew. All right, let's get going.
So you're heading towards the overseer's office once again?
Yep.
Yes.
As you step out into the newly lit corridors of Vault 85's atrium, this is where we're going to take a break.
All
Opa.
right.
Pee time.
Oh, already.
It's pee-pee time.
It is a food library.
I do kind of want a nom, but what do I want?
I'm gonna go refill my water.
Oh, I'll go down and find
and
something on
empty the water from my
BRB.
body.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and get myself a Bacchus.
How's it going, chat?
Hello.
How are you enjoying the session so far?
Do you like that we started talking about Kirby from the get-go? I enjoyed that. What a
Boy, oh boy.
time to be alive.
What a time to be
Oh, yeah.
alive, indeed.
Poyo Poyo. Man, can you imagine if there was like, if Kirby was some kind of eldritch god and had a following, like a cult, and
He
then there were
might.
all these like robed figures that came in with the like incense swingy things, and as they walk through the cathedral, they wouldn't do Gregorian chants. They would be like Poyo Poyo, Poyo Poyo.
They poyo poyo. They'd sing hymns. They'd be like pa 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 pa.
And then once Kirby like comes in with the cute little boink 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 sounds, they would all kneel. Poyo Poyo. Yes.
All hail
David
the
Boy,
all-consumer
exactly.
poyo poyo.
I'm sorry. One more time.
I have returned.
Welcome back.
Welcome to the break. How you guys enjoying the show so far, huh, kids?
The Apex likes puzzles.
Whittles thumbs.
I was telling Connor before he started, I'm like, I hope you don't have me do puzzles. I hate puzzles so much. And the vault's just nothing but puzzles, and I'm like, I hate everything.
I've pissed off a lot of DMs in the past by solving puzzles too quickly.
I'm good with like puzzles you can like hold in your hands and solve, but like if
I
like
wasn't
it's like described to me, like it's just like if it's spoken after I imagine the puzzle in my head and whatnot, it's hard for me.
I wasn't sure if I was going to be right, but it was like they were all obviously pointing at blue, and then blue was pointing at purple, who no one was pointing it at, just to throw off. But then it was like the one on the far left could have also been pointing at purple, so it might have been two people pointing at purple, but no one else was pointing there. So I was like, so is that like blue throwing everyone else off to say like, no, it's not me, it's them, but they're actually pointing at a normal person to throw everyone else off that it's them.
It's a rough
So-
game among us.
Yeah, yeah, it was a fun puzzle.
Yeah,
Yeah, honestly.
was that
And
right, Connor?
Yeah, good job for solving it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
we're
that
right.
okay? Great.
You solved the
I
puzzle.
mean, we got through. I just didn't know if that like mentality
So-
of how the puzzle was set up was correct.
How it was supposed to work, I'm not sure if you caught it from the first read through of the instructions, but the good guys will point at the bad guys,
Yeah.
and the bad guys will point at anyone.
Yeah.
Which
So
is why,
So
which
that
is
meant
why I
that
initially pressed blue and orange.
Oh,
Yeah, that meant that the three of the bottom row, because they didn't have any bad guys to point at, just had their hands on their hips.
You know, the hypothesis I
Right.
was trying to test was like if it lit up with like this one was correct and this one was wrong, if like pointing in that line meant everybody they're pointing at is who they are pointing at, or if it is just one person in that row. That was what I was trying to test with my first go.
I will say, I don't think I've ever seen a puzzle like this.
me either. I love that the chat is just becoming poyo 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 poyo.
Poyo. Demonic poyoing.
Yeah, we were talking about if Kirby had like a cult and had a bunch of like followers in like the hooded robes with the little swingy incense things.
Oh, like
Instead
with
of doing Gregorian chant, they would poyo poyo. I have the whole chat now.
oh, that'd be
Poyo poyo.
Domine.
Oh my god, the biggest, oh my god, the most cosmic fight ever.
Oh,
The Eldritch God Kirby against Sephiroth. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'll put
I
that
would
in review.
I would
with
love that.
with a cupcake on the line.
Fan artists, please draw Sephiroth putting a sword through a cupcake and Kirby going to murder him Eldritch style.
Kirby doesn't get angry. Kirby is always adorably happy, which is why it's terrifying.
Yes, exactly.
Saturday. Go ahead and watch on pay-per-view as Sephiroth, first of his name, fights against Eldritch God Kirby. You'll pay.
Yeah, I love it.
You only need the air.
Man. See, that's my favorite kind of juxtaposition, is like really adorable and absolutely horrifying. That's my favorite thing, I think. This is Zon. Zon 93's got it.
I agree very well.
Oh, yo.
Poyo.
I actually do like that. I like some cute stuff mixed with like mixed with horror stuff.
Dude, horror and comedy go so incredibly well together. Like it's kind of that same feeling of something adorably like why do you think there's so many comics out there like the ones on Twitter that I keep seeing, the Jason as a camp counselor, but he's like incredibly wholesome even though he keeps like killing people.
That's
Yes.
That's one of my favorite things to follow on Twitter.
Yeah, like wholesome horror stuff, like that adorableness with this. So it works both ways. Yeah, I love it.
I saw another one. I don't have the tweet saved or anything, but I did see one with you know Mike Myers from Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
He worked at the DMV.
Michael Myers.
Michael Myers, yeah, he worked at the DMV. It was super funny. Because there's this one comic I saw where like this dude was yelling at Michael and just him wearing the mask and everything, right? He would just look up from his computer and just slowly turn and they'd trail off. And then he just look back at his computer and then just continue to type. And then slowly push them a form.
I'll probably read off some bits and subs here.
That sounds wonderful.
That would be fun.
John 230, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Protoss 103, thank you for the 5 bits. Who needs a boring fat man when you could use an experimental Merv instead? That's true. Fire 6 nukes for the price of 1. Chaos War Priest, thank you for the 10,000 bits. Woo! Oh my gosh, dude.
Whoa.
Thank you so much. That is a lot of muns right there.
Golly gee willikers. That's a whole Poyo Poyo.
Yeah, that is one whole Poyo.
You can buy so many sugar bombs with those.
You could. Hey guys, I've been playing
fresh.
Trails of Cold Steel 3. I finally made it to Chapter 4. And I can only say I fucking called it early on to those of you who know what I mean. Good for you.
Oh.
No spoilers, please.
My man, you won't believe when the guy does the thing.
You will not believe your eyes when 10 million fireflies.
They're in my
Oh,
page.
wow. That is so many memories to come back to
Owl
right
City
now.
now? What did I miss?
2010.
Pegleg Bob, thank you for the
Yeah.
500 bits. Can't wait to see what's in the vault. Is it death? I bet it's death. You already have some death. An anonymous user has gifted a tier 1 sub to Laney Pator.
Hello. Thank you.
The 3 months
unexpected.
re-upped. Ooh, I get it. Doppelganger Zaus, thank you for the giving a tier 1 sub to Shadow Dancer Bob. It's the Foxophonist, thank you for the whole year of subbing. Verdian Winter, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Got an hour to walk home tonight, so here's some bits if the stream ends before I get home. Well, thank you so much for the
Oh.
generous donation, Veridian Winter.
Have a nice and safe walk. I hope the weather's
Yeah.
nice.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
First day of spring, so yeah, hope the weather is nice. Kane Time, thank you for the 12 months, 1 whole year of fun, and thank you for the 1,000 bits.
He.
Erased it.
If the Harbingers made a game for the hearing impaired, would it be called Deaf House Sonata? I think there might actually be some accessibility options for Dead House Sonata. If you want to find out more about that, be sure to head on over to deadhousesonata.com and look up more information about the game. From Hemihead NHRA, thank you for the 12 months. What? I don't know.
Wait.
Darth Moss 4077, thank you for the 100 bits. First time dropping bits after catching up with everything. Going to catch the first half in the VOD. Oh, wow. Caught up with everything, huh? That's a lot of content. Thank you so much for the 100 bits, dude.
Wow.
Kane Time, thank you for the 100 bits. The real commies are the comrades you made along the way.
Oh my god. Wow. I'm glad we're not in the 1960s because we all would get arrested.
I make things up. Thank you for the 11 months. Thanks for all the great content. You all are amazing. Well, thank you, dude. The Fearless Monster, thank you for the 5,000 bits. I always enjoy a great session. Enjoy these bits. I think we will. Thank you so much. Darth Moss 4077, thank you for the 100 bits. Darth has joined the chat. Good news, he's level 1.
Oh.
Rico Fallardo, thank you for the raid of 27. How's it going,
Oh,
man?
hey.
Hey.
Appreciate the raid,
Hey.
dude. Magic Ninja Go, I miss Kirby Moore. Thank you for the 100 bits. I'd also like to... Wait, he misses Kirby Moore. Holy shit. That's relevant.
Oh my god.
I'd also like to point out that the number of Pokemon that look cute... but are also very creepy. That's true. You know, comparing to Kirby. Yeah.
Yeah, you ain't wrong.
In,
Poyo, 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 poyo.
in contrast, I think the final boss of Kirby's Adventure looks like Waluigi multi-classing.
Oh.
Wah. Fat Spartan, thank you for the Prime sub for 2 months. Finally caught up with the Unexpectables. Now I need something else to listen to. Oh, look, a conveniently enthralling Fallout-themed D&D session.
Weh, weh, weh.
Wah, 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 wah.
It's not just Dungeons and Dragons. It's the homemade system of our very own Laney Pator.
Hello. There's
called
going to be
Ready-
another.
He made it in his easy bake oven. Thanks,
Yeah.
Lanny.
Oh.
Yeah, the easy bake oven that is my brain.
It's
Oh,
called Ready
there's
to
a
Roll,
lot.
and I believe the beta is out
Yes,
now, right?
the beta is currently available if you're a patron on Team 4-Star. Like if you support us on Patreon there, or you sub to us on Twitch, and go over to our Discord, you can get access to the beta if you want to try the game out yourself. I'm looking for feedback. I'm still updating it, and there's going to be another test game with the latest build of this session over on twitch.tv/stream4star next Friday.
Ooh.
My brain is more like the one for Shrinky Dinks.
They're basically the same thing. They're both heated by what? I don't even know, like one of those tiny light bulbs.
I think so. God, I love my Shrinky Dink machine.
I had
A
the
weird
creepy
experience
crawlers
with an easy
oven.
bake oven. Anyway, thank you so much for the 100 bits, or the Mr. Fuck 'em Up 2001. Thank you for the 10 months of Prime subbage. Yeet. Anonymous Shearer, thank you for the leet bits. Crazy Tail 30, thank you for the 200 bits. Beware the Pink Eldritch God. Notice Kirby. Lunatic Crow, thank you for the 400 bits. Hey Connor, what do you call a boat race amongst dubstep enthusiasts? I think we've had this one already.
It's too late.
There's only
It's too late. Finish it.
There's only so many times you can put dead mouse in one of these puns, and also the
I
word
like
regatta, which I didn't know, but now I do
Now we
because
do.
of all the puns that use the same
All
fucking
because
words.
of Dead House Sonata. Check
Dead House
it out
Sonata,
by
the
putting
six-player action
exclamation
RPG.
point
You can
house.
play as the dead to fight the living.
There you go. Look at that.
Dead House Sonata for all your Dead Mouse Regatta Armada needs.
If I
Thank
can
you for
name-
thank you for the 400 bits, I suppose. Towering End Boss, thank you for the 20 bits. I'm from Butler County in Missouri, and this campaign is making me look at the map to see where things are. Where was the river, Connor? They should have passed it by now. They did.
It's dry.
But they don't know that.
You know, with all these Dead House Sonata puns, if I can name characters in that game, I'm totally just going to use all these puns.
They passed it in the
Yeah.
first episode.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Uh,
Lake House.
No, that was
That was the second episode.
Oh.
First episode, we were just in the arena the whole time.
It's true. Yeah, you passed a river when you were escaping from the arena.
Oh.
If you, I'll take you back to the map. If you see the little darker green line in front of the arena.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see. Okay. Got you.
That is the Missouri River.
Oh yeah.
I'd like to go fishing with that one day.
I think you need a permit. But anyway, Doppelganger Zaus, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Poyo.
Poyo.
Magic Ninja Go, I miss Kirby more. Thank you for the 5 T bits. I'd also like to clarify that Kirby in my name isn't actually referring to the pink amoeba that we know. The more part is actually the last part of the name that Twitch allowed me to put in. I see.
Oh.
Protoss103, thank you for the 5 bits. Always love the vaults in the Fallout universe. Ah, yes. Masa Ryu, thank you for the 100 bits. If the game was about using insults as attacks, it would be Dead House Yo Mama. Yeah, we've heard that one before, too.
I don't remember.
You can't expect everybody to be up to date on the Dead House Sonata fun lore.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true.
Just a
But
little...
you're not done yet, are you, buddy?
but I am.
No. I mean right now.
Zenlita, thank you for the 300 bits. If you made a shirt with a needle, it would be red blouse So nada. What's the nada for?
If you made a shirt without a needle, it would be a red blouse. So nada.
Oh, nada. Nada is in like there's nada sewing. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah.
No, that doesn't work. If you made a shirt without a needle, it wouldn't be red blouse sonata. It'd just be some cloth. You wouldn't even have a shirt. It'd be shit. It'd be a bad shirt.
Have you never worn a knitted shirt, sir?
It'd be shit, nada.
Oh, I guess. Oh, wait, no, I'm sorry. You still need a needle for that. Never mind. Sorry, Zenlita. I was trying to defend you.
You still wouldn't need a needle.
Yeah, you'd need needles for knitting. I'm sorry.
And finally,
what's that one without a needle? Crochet. Haha, crocheted shirts. There we go.
Oh, you got me.
just crochet shirt. You know.
A crochet shirt.
Tesla Monkey, thank you for the 6 bits. And finally, Masaryu Zero, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm sorry, Connor. Remembering all the Dead House Sonata jokes is like trying to remember all of Captain Richard Ravager's titles.
It's Ravager.
Ravager, right.
Yeah.
And with that, are we ready to get back into it?
Yeah, I'm ready to get back into it.
All
The
right.
apex is ready.
Let's
Very
kick this.
well. So, as we come back into the scene, the crackling of electricity from these now active power units, the shining of these bright fluorescent bulbs after their long dormancy lights your way back up to the overseer's office.
Apex sits on top of the desk.
You sit on top of the desk.
Just waits for somebody that knows computers to do the computer thingy.
Alrighty. Let me see if I can't get this thing rolling. Should be.
Is it already powered, or do I gotta hit the power button?
It does appear that the power is on. The large monitor that appears to be like the size of a quarter of a wall is currently active.
All right. Let's see if I can't find some kind of directory in here. All right.
Do you want me to roll to find a directory?
Go ahead and roll smart to see if you can get access.
Alrighty. 9.
9. Sure enough, it takes another little bit, but you manage to tippity tap on the keys, punch in some numbers, put in some code, and eventually the password gives way to you, and you are at the overseer's personal computer.
Whew, we're in. Just want to let you know I got 3 9s in a row. Like 9 rolls, 9 people, 9 doors. So
Oh
good.
my gosh.
All right.
Apex, when he says we're in, Apex like looks left and right. Yes.
No, I mean, I'm in the system. I could take a look at everything. Here, come around here, Apex. I'll show you what I'm doing.
Apex just kind of like presses his arms against the table and just does like a little kick jump up off to get on his feet.
Yeah.
You showed me how to go ahead and fiddle around and do some things with safes. I figure I can go ahead and show you how to maybe use some of these computers, maybe.
Apex watches.
All right, so I went ahead and used this keyboard here, punched in a couple lines. It asked for a password. I kind of did some guesswork, and I figured her out. So whenever you got to do that, that just takes a little bit of doing. Just think, what would this feller make as a password? It's easier than you think sometimes. Sometimes little trick to the wise. Sometimes they're really silly. Sometimes the password's just password. So that works more often than you think, actually. But let's go ahead and take a look here. What do I see in this directory? What do I see in this directory?
You see a couple things. You see emergency exit door.
Let's see, emergency exit door.
You
Ah.
see
What we came in through.
Yeah, that's That's what I use to get out.
All right, all right. So I'll skip that one along for now.
You see a couple of other directories, some lists of where things are and who's in what, and medical logs, and just a bunch of information on the people who are supposed to be in here. It's a lot to take in. You also have a personal journal.
Oh, now that looks good. Personal journal. Let's see. We can go ahead and get some answers about this weird place. Let's access that.
So, as you fiddle around with the keys a bit more, you see a list of journal entries. There are about 6 here. 6 personal journal entries.
Are they labeled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6?
Yes.
Let's start with the first entry and just make our way forward.
Okay.
I bet this was someone's sick joke. They probably came in standard and then they changed for doors later. I'm guessing. Or something. Well, let's just find out, and I'll open up the first entry.
Okay, as you open it up, you get an option to say return or play holotape.
Oh, neato, holotapes. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, and I'll play the first holotape.
As you hit the play button, you hear and you hear a buzzing of static in the background. You then hear a man's voice begin to speak.
This is Overseer Caleb Cooper for Vault Tech Vault 85. The world has been destroyed. We've been driven underground into Vault 85 much sooner than anticipated. Too soon. Hell, some of the workers were still here when the bombs went off, and now there are far too many people in this cramped tin can. I just hope that whoever force in the universe that's still watching us flail will allow some of the people here to use their brains and solve some of these door puzzles. Otherwise, this is going to be far worse than any of us could have predicted.
So the puzzles aren't standard.
Oh. That can't be right. Why would Vault-Tec do such a thing?
Because they're curious. People do a lot of stupid things when they're curious.
Maybe that next entry will.
Play it, Alvin.
I guess. Yeah. I'll play the second tape.
You go down, you click the second tape.
Day 47. My fears are starting to come to light. Once they've discovered the food extruders gave them a basically infinite supply of food, they simply stopped trying. It's like watching rats. Why don't they see that we can't live like this, like animals? They need to use their minds and open some of these doors. Or at least wish that Vault-Tec would have given me some of the solutions. No. And some of the workers that stayed in afterwards, they are of no help. They barely know how any of this works. I'm frustrated, but I'll try another push for some of the doors tomorrow. This is Overseer Caleb Cooper.
So mole rats used to just be called rats.
I suppose. But
They were used in labs a lot. They were test subjects. Sounds like that's what they were doing here. Treating the Vault 85 people as lab rats.
This was supposed to be a shelter for people.
It's a testing ground. Sounds like a lot of them were. Keep
What?
playing the tape, Alvin.
Right, Miss Cynthia. All right. A third tape, I guess. All right. And I'll play the third one.
This is day 100 or so. I don't know. I've lost count. You know, you'd think that some of the brightest minds and savants that we could scout in Missouri would have more to offer when it comes to critical thinking than what we have here, but complacency has bred something in them. That and a mixture of fear. I don't know why they don't try. I fear they're beginning to suspect something of me. Like I have sort of a master key or the answers to the puzzles. I wish I did, and I could escape them. I'm highly considering using the access tunnel and making my way out of here and trying my luck out in the blasted wasteland. But I will bide my time. I am not one to give up so easily after a few setbacks. This is Overseer Caleb Cooper, signing out.
He was just going to leave these people to die just like that? Well, he was thinking about it.
The land around here, it's not as irradiated as some places.
If this guy ain't dead, I got someone I need to punch hard.
You can
Why is
suspect that
that?
this guy is long dead.
Well, I guess I'm fortunate that St. Louis isn't as far gone as a lot of other places. But I'll just play the next tape, I guess. Hold on. Here we go. Fourth entry coming up right now.
As you hit the play button on the fourth entry, it appears to whine and whir a bit, and then the phrase "data corrupted" pops up.
Oh,
Try for the fifth.
yeah. If the day's corrupted, I'll holotape. Not much you can do. I'll go with the fifth entry. Hold on. There we go.
You hear it begin to whine up once again, and you hear
What they can't take that. Oh, yep. But
You forgot how to speak.
I don't think that's the case, Apex.
That holotape seems to be damaged, not fully corrupted, but
Or some kind of interference. Let's see if the last one has any leads.
here we go. There we go. Holotape 6. Hold on.
you hit play on holotape 6.
for any who might recover this log, know that I tried my best. as a Vault Tech employee, this experiment has been a complete failure. These people, they've gone insane. They think that I know things that they don't, and while sometimes that might be true, I don't know what they want to know. They've attacked me in my office. I don't think I'm going to survive much longer. I've been wounded in the gut. And our vault wasn't finished before we could get some Mr. Handies in here. If you're listening to this, I hope you're smart enough to get out of here. There is an access tunnel. It comes up near the old Chesterfield Mall. Use it, please, if you're listening to it. Get out of here. There's nothing for you. This is Overseer Caleb Cooper. Signing out.
It pisses me off every time I listen to those.
Hmm.
Damn it.
So they had everything they needed.
But they couldn't get to it.
Because of all these damn puzzles.
And they didn't feel like solving them themselves.
I mean, they might have had technicians or something, right? Why didn't they just take the damn doors off? Like,
They seemed to slide inward and then up. Perhaps the locking mechanism was too difficult to jury-rig from the outside.
shouldn't have been that way in the first place. These places should have been shelters for people. And what? It's just kind of,
Alvin.
what, like a rat maze?
Alvin, this is just the way the world works sometimes. These places, these vaults are at the whim of who built them. Some of them are built by nice people. Some of them are built by fuckers who want to fuck with people like they did here. It's the luck of the draw.
And those people didn't know whenever they got down here.
It also seems like they didn't try to better their situation either.
Well, they
If
probably
the
didn't.
overseers to be believed.
Hey, Cynthia.
Hmm.
You're good with computers, right?
I dabble.
Well, as I said, I managed to get a peek at some of these entries. That's how I found that exit, that service tunnel exit in the first place back when, but I still haven't heard those two corrupted ones, and I'd be interested. Think you can work your magic and maybe get some more audio off of them?
I'll see what I can do.
You should have full access, Miss Cynthia.
One of them seemed less damaged than the others.
Probably 5 might be your best bet. I think 4 is a completely lost cause.
I'll give it a whirl. And I will
So you-
try and do what I can.
You reach around to the back of this terminal and you see slots. A couple of them are empty. Where these orange cartridges go in, and you grab, that was the 5th one that I think you were trying to salvage, and you press it in and pop it out. Sure enough, these things are around for the pre-war. And if you want to try and give me a smarts roll.
12.
Ooh.
Excellent.
Ooh.
Your knowledge of how these things were advertised and how they're supposed to work allows you to sort of do some rudimentary prepare. It looked like it was just a little bit of hitch in its giddy up, kind of stopping it from playing correctly, and you manage to correct it, and you pop it back in. The audio plays, and basically you're given a sort of exasperated rundown of how the vault was supposed to work. Basically, the vault was meant for the best and brightest minds in this area to basically test their intellectual aptitudes and to grow a new society of critical thinkers. Basically, the way these works is that these every month these tests would refresh and they would be replaced with new ones, automatically generated by a computer.
Okay.
Yeah, and you get the sense that now that the since the power was off, they sort of stopped that cycling process.
So it's like turned off since it was a full shutdown.
Since the shutdown, the power in the vault was unable to cycle the tests, so they were all the same. It seems that the tests were all running on their own emergency power.
So they are currently separate from the power that we put in, or are they now powered?
Well,
Yeah, they
the
were powered by
cycling
auxiliary power.
the cycling mechanism is now powered. You get
I mean,
the
but he
sense.
said it's a monthly thing. We'd have to be here a month for it to cycle.
So we aren't going to need to worry about that particularly.
Yeah, you're not sure when this sort of timer stopped, but you get the sense that it is resumed, but nothing has happened yet, anyway.
Right.
Well,
that's not ideal.
It sounds like they never got into any of the important supplies. We could probably find medicine here. Maybe even some forms of ammunition, things for trading, things to prepare. We are still being hunted.
Yeah, having some stuff in a vault might be really helpful too.
So long as we're not here longer than a month.
Sooner, depending on when this cycle's over. Gonna be
why?
Gonna be honest with you guys. My patience for this place is running thin, as it was, and now I'm getting real tired of it. So if we're gonna do something here, let's get it done and get the hell out.
On the directory, where's the medical center?
I will look for that since I'm already here.
Oh yeah, you are.
Yeah. Since the terminal is already active, easily enough you manage to pull up a map. A map.
Dear God, map.
There appears to be another from the atrium. If you go to a door to the right, you'll get access to some of the more recreational parts of the vault. The clinics, the classrooms, the lavatories.
Okay.
And sort of a big C-shaped hallway that branches out into a couple of different sort of side rooms. But the clinic is immediately to the right in the atrium.
If I recall correctly, there was a town to the east. The one the man and his children were going to. If we can bring medicine there, they would be great for trade. Both in information and supplies.
That would be our best bet to go there first. Does that directory say anything about any storage rooms, any engineering spots, anything
workshops.
Like that? Any workshops? Yeah. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, workshops.
Well,
it seems that on the map the systems room where you were at appeared to have most of the stuff like Alvin is describing. So you already have access to that part.
Perhaps go back there to salvage what you can.
Yeah, I'll
look out for components for me.
Just so we don't spend too much time here, Louise, I'll head to the med bay now.
Of course, I'll go ahead and I'll go ahead and look to see if I can't do some. I'll try my best to look for something, Miss Cynthia. Don't you worry about me.
Well, if you're going to be scavenging, then I'll come with you.
Cynthia, you worked with medicine. You would know better what to look for than I would.
Of course. Probably good for me to top up my pack anyhow.
Apex nods and starts walking towards where he was told the clinic was.
Okay. And Alvin is going to the systems room to scavenge for some supplies.
It sounds like Louise was going with him, so I guess we're going 2 and 2.
Okay, 2 and 2. You're splitting off.
Yep. Boy. Don't like that.
I
Don't like that at all.
Wait, I changed my mind.
I'm sure everything will be
I don't
fine.
think I like this anymore.
It's
I wanna-
actually
wanna
built
reroll.
specifically for shit like this. Like
I
the
wanna-
simplicity
I
of the
wanna
rolls is
reroll.
meant for this.
Wait a minute. I don't want to.
I just imagine
Wait, you
Just-
already said it.
Connor
We left.
that song while loading a shotgun.
So, it's gonna be Alvin and Cynthia in the
No, Alvin and
Alvin and
Louise.
Alvin and Louise. Okay, Alvin and Louise going to the systems room.
Yeah, I really don't like how chipper you are right now. No offense, but
I get to roll
not
my
excited.
diehards dice. So
Die
I am very happy.
Expect Mar 10% off.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
10%.
So both of you can roll me a wits.
Who?
Alvin and Louise.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So 5.
Which one are we rolling again?
Wits.
Oh, wait. Okay. 6.
Okay.
Ooh.
Oof.
Oof.
It looks as though, Louise, you're having a bit of a hard time in here. The crackling of the sort of power boxes here. There's visible electricity that you can see arcing from between these coils, and it's sort of making you a bit nervous to get too close. However, Alvin, you're a bit more comfortable. However, you don't really find anything in here that would be of much use to you.
Oh, wait. Was this the scavenging roll?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were just rolling for shits. I would have rolled scavenger, though. I guess honestly, I wouldn't.
Well,
have
if you
done
want to,
anything.
you can roll scavenger.
Well, I mean, that would have been the same exact roll anyway, so I would have. I mean, are you letting me roll it?
Yeah.
All right, I'll
Yeah,
roll.
tell it.
Do it.
Reroll.
Reroll. Reroll.
Uh...
Oh my god.
It is the exact same roll. You roll a 2 and a 1 plus 2. And
wow.
Roll 20 is just like,
On-
no. There will
on
be
the
no
same
rolls
dice.
Today.
That is incredible.
It's like
Wow.
roll 20 is like just
Wow.
denied. It will not. You will
Wow.
not have re-rolls today. Oh no.
That's a damn shame. It's a damn shame right there. Yeah,
Over the dice.
Ah,
as you
damn.
both sort of scan over this place, there's just really nothing of note. Like you open some of these old toolboxes and they appear to have been like emptied out, or some of the stuff inside is lost or
I'm
something.
so
You're not quite.
sad.
You just can't quite seem to find anything in here.
Oh, I bet we'd have found something real good if I hadn't fucked that.
Maybe.
Well, what's done is done. Don't you?
Is there
don't you
anything like immediately obvious in the room, like just plain old scrap metal, things like that could be useful but isn't like particularly useful?
There's like scrap and like bolts and stuff you could take. It's mostly just a bunch of stuff that could be useful, but it's all in very raw form.
Damn,
There's nothing in here that is immediately useful to you.
There's the scrap metal there, some bolts. Alvin just
Wow.
opening up drawers and whatnot. Not even wrench.
Well, grab.
Not even
I guess
like
grab
one-
a few things you can, and we'll just take it along.
What, if Vault-Tec not even bother to go ahead and give people damn tools? What the hell?
This place is huge. There could be something somewhere, but as I said,
Not
I
even
don't think
Wonder
we should be
Woman.
lingering.
That I was hoping I'd find something. Maybe I'd go ahead and help Cynthia out with, but
Maybe
damn it,
we'll do
Louise! I
better.
never thought something would be like this. Come on, let's
I
get
think
going.
you've been lucky not to see some of the worst of the world that I've seen, but I've been a lot of places.
For me, it was always just Riverside.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, and even now, before I went ahead and tried to help those nice people fix their car, they knocked me out and dragged me all the way to the arena. I used to read Vault-Tec and Robco manuals. They were good. Sometimes we trade for some new ones that Bossman and the rest of the machine shop, St. Louis Machine Shop, didn't have, and I used to really like reading about them. Sometimes seeing like old billboards with like vaults and whatnot. I'd see like all these people hand in hand, safe and whatnot. And I really thought, maybe 85 would be blasted out with a disaster or something, but I didn't expect them to be using no vaults, like experiments or anything like that. I, I always did expect, like, trying to be nice as I can, I seeing some people maybe in a vault, maybe one day it his open, and maybe they come on out, and sure, life might be rough for them, but we could show them Riverside and maybe get some trading in, and maybe just show them that it's not all that bad. Maybe it was, and of course, certainly it has its fair share of dangers, but maybe maybe it'd be better if they were out here, just once it opened, we could combine our technology. Maybe not bring our part of St. Louis back to the way it was, but maybe fix it up. Maybe oh hell, maybe even fix up a soda shop or something like Cynthia was talking about. Maybe one of those vault people might know what that is.
You might still find that. Look, Alvin, vaults are, like I said, it depends on who made them, I mean, yeah, I think that overseer is a huge dick, but it sounds like they had semi-altruistic ideas at heart with this particular one before everything went to shit. It just depends on what you use them for. I'm sure there's some vaults out there that are made have good means at heart from the people who built them, or vaults that maybe got some use out of them. Hell, I'm from Vault 66. Our vault was originally used to see what it would be like to put a small population inside a big ass fucking vault. It was not fun at first, as far as I understand, but little bit of, as things go, small amount of people eventually do become a big amount of people, no matter what you do. And we did eventually open up that vault, and we've kind of spilled out into the other community around it and made ourselves a little family, a little town.
You were from a vault too?
Yeah. Why do you think I got one of these? She shows her Pit Boy.
Because you're a good scavenger.
Not that good.
Well, all right.
Come on, why don't we go back and help Cynthia and them?
Yeah. Maybe the other vaults won't be like this. You're right.
If we have time, I'd love to show you where I'm from. I don't know if we'll get there, but you might like it. There's good people out there.
I really appreciate that, Louise. Thank you.
Let's go.
All right. Let's get going.
As you turn around and make your way back to the overseer's office, or wherever you would like to go, Apex and Cynthia, what are you doing?
Making our way to the med clinic.
Making your way over to the med clinic. Excellent.
If their directions were correct, it should be over this way.
Looking at signs on the walls and stuff.
As you do, you make your way over to the door that you believe leads to the clinic. And you are met with another panel on the floor and another puzzle.
Looks
As
like
you-
it's your time to shine.
As you lean in, you're met with this sight.
Another picture.
Pitchy.
Whoa.
Is there a another green and red button?
You see this symbol, and you see a number pad.
What symbol?
The
see-
one on the picture.
Yeah, you see this set of symbols right here.
Uh-huh.
Appears to be some sort of triangles, rectangles, circles, and squares, as well as a couple of other indiscernible shapes in a set display of patterns. You're not quite sure what to make of it, but then again, that might be the point.
And there's no button to press that might like give us instructions this time around. It's just this in the keypad.
That is correct.
Hit 782. She turned
As
her
you-
head to the left.
As you... The door immediately springs up.
How did you?
Turn your head sideways, dear.
Oh,
Thought it said semen at first, but little closer inspection gave way.
Oh. Oh.
As soon as you say turn your head sideways and then you say semen, Apex's head kind of like jerks back the other way.
I've been around more bodily fluids than you could ever imagine. Talking about 'em is no thing.
I don't like to imagine them.
Shall we?
Oh, now Apex holds his hand forward.
After you.
Thank you. She'll stride on in.
Apex just kind of like looks at the number pad, looks at the thing, looks back at Cynthia, and then walks in.
Okay, you walk in to another room that looks like it's been relatively untouched.
So before we go scavenging, is there anything that like immediately looks
Pops
like,
out.
yeah, just like, hey, this is medicine. Take this. Because if it looks untouched, Apex is probably going to be grabbing anything that isn't nailed down.
For the most part, you see a room that looks like it was being stocked with medical supplies and utensils. You see gauze bandages, you see scalpels, you see several other cabinets as well.
Well, guess it's time to stock up.
Apex is flinging stuff open, just grabbing like ace bandage rolls, things like that. I'll do a wits roll just to see any super special things I might find.
Should I do the same?
Yeah, if you want to.
Would it be wits or
10.
I guess it doesn't really matter too much.
For me,
It'd
it's
be
the same.
6. I'm just getting basic medical supplies. I don't know what I'm looking for. So I'm just like
Yeah,
grabbing bandages, fasteners,
Yeah, you shove
sewing
some
kits.
bandages. You have like a you have like a sling as well that you shove into your pack.
I grab a crutch and just start swinging it.
You have a
Not
crutch.
too bad.
You can keep that if you want.
Hmm.
It appears to be a wooden crutch.
While Cynthia's like going through and like categorizing actual medicines and antibiotics, Apex like leans on the crutch, does the thing that everybody who's played with the crutch does, and like does the flying forward karate kick while using the crutch to propel him.
Like a gorilla let loose.
Please,
Yup.
Connor, make him do a body roll to see how successful that kick is.
Roll body.
All right. That's a 12.
Apex, you look awesome.
I'm so fucking cool.
You look exactly as cool as you think you do.
If you put this on TikTok,
I
trended so hard.
I am Colt on the cover of the Three Ninjas box, man.
You know what the cover of your next comic is going to be.
Cynthia did turn to see it and is like, she gets the powder pink eyes and is like, but like, go ahead.
Apex just assumes you're like diligently busy, like focusing on that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
He's playing.
And what do I find with my 10, Connor?
With your 10, let's go ahead and find out. We'll consult the table right
I
here.
can't believe you look as cool as you think you do. I love it.
Up and you just ended up looking like a god. Like here, you picking up the phone.
I did it right in front of a lamp, so I had a great little glow behind me.
Oh,
like
in the background.
I look like I pop out.
Backlit.
Yeah. My hair's flowing the exact right way.
Oh my god.
You find.
Mm.
Let's see here. Okay. Okay. You find 2 stim packs and 2 doses of Mentats. Grape flavor.
Great flavor. Well. 2 stim packs, 2 doses of Mentats. Grape. For those of you that have taste buds.
I don't know if I've tasted grape.
Well, if you need Mentats, you'll taste it.
What do they do?
Great question. What do
I'd
they
say,
do?
given your background, you would know that Mentats were a pre-war supplement in the form of tablets that would essentially alter the way your brain produces different signals and chemicals. And it would essentially, what it does is it makes you think in a more charismatic way. It makes you a bit better at speaking, a bit better at public speaking and presenting yourself. It sort of sends those signals to your brain. Basically what it does is whenever you take a dose, statistically what it does, whenever you take a dose, you can add +1 to any charm rolls for an hour.
Okay.
So while Cynthia's explaining that, what Apex is going to do with the crutch, he's going to find a way to basically make essentially a hobo bindle, like using the sling and a bunch of other like cloth wrappings to grab any of the unorganized, like the shit that we don't know what is, like random pills and stuff, and just kind of put it in there as just generic medical supplies that we can trade with. So anything that we don't know what it is, just going in the bindle, and then we'll sell it to somebody that knows what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and add to your inventory assorted medical supplies, pristine.
Okay. I like that word. Character sheet's being a little weird. Might have to reload, but I'll add it. I'll write it down just to be sure. Okay.
I think we found what we're going to find.
He says, putting his bindle over his shoulder.
Hmm. Sounds good. Shall we?
Apex cocks his head at the giggle.
Yes.
Nothing. Off we go, I suppose.
Yes, let's back to the office and we'll meet up with the others, see what they found.
And we head back to the lobby and there up to the overseer's office.
Okay. You all sort of meet in the atrium at the same time. You come back at around the same time. Notably, you physically appear to have had much more success than Alvin and Louise.
Ransacked, huh?
Yeah, there wasn't much of nothing in there. What'd you all find?
Yeah.
Some supplies.
Apex
This mat.
swings out the bindle.
Stuff. It is probably valuable to people that know what it is. I am uncertain. Maybe we can sort it out later.
Look, what kind of stuff? Are you holding the crutch, by the way?
Yeah, I basically tied my bindle to this crutch.
Like that crutch there?
Yes, it's a poor weapon, but it works well for transportation.
Oh,
He's got a nice sack of goods.
oh, that's good. That's good. Like, well, you know, looks like decent wood. You can always go ahead and you can turn this into that if you got enough parts or whatnot. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
speaking of parts, we should probably collect that core.
yeah, absolutely. That was my thought exactly. I just didn't want to, plug it out while y'all were looking. If y'all give me just a second, I can go ahead and get that taken out in a jiffy.
Considering this is a puzzle place, I don't think it's wise to do many things alone.
Absolutely, absolutely. Louise, y'all got a flashlight with that pit bull. It'll probably
Yeah, that's right. I probably
So-
should go with you.
absolutely. And I'll keep that empty fusion cell around. Who knows? Might be able to trade for it. Some people like knickknacks and whatnot. So let's go ahead and just get on going. All right, looking good.
We'll wait in the office in case it needs to be opened from the inside.
Oh, of course. Yeah, just give me 1 second. I'll go ahead and hopefully all this didn't use up too much use in that fusion core. All right, I'll be right back. And Alvin will just do a light jog down the hallway back over to where the fusion cell is.
And Louise will follow because she's got the flashlight.
Apex
And-
will do that all limb run up the stairs, like when you get on all fours and climb up them. Oh wait, no, you
Cynthia's
can't do
just
that.
gonna
He's a bindle.
Walk. Yep. You can only three-leg it.
I three-leg it.
Cynthia's gonna
Is it-
go with.
As you excitedly scuttle up the stairs like a one-armed gorilla,
Hmm.
with your little hobo bindle behind your back, Alvin and Louise, you head back into the systems room, and you go towards the reactor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And you're going to pull the fusion core out of the reactor.
Yep, I'm gonna warn Louise to stay back just in case something funky happens. But I'm gonna go ahead and, with my glove, power-fisted hand and whatnot, just wrap it around the power cell and just.
Okay. You yank the power core out and
Yep.
lights, row after row, go off once again. And
All right, there we go.
for half a moment, it is entirely pitch black in this room, save for the occasional crackle of the remainder of electricity in those coils. And then the red emergency lights come back on.
All right.
Louise switches on her Pip-Boy light too for extra.
We
All
probably
right,
won't
let's
have
get
to go
back.
ahead and worry about that one power arc. It looked like whenever we switched over to the main power, it might have went ahead and depleted that one. Let's keep on going. You lead the way, of course.
Got it.
Okay. You head on back. And you're going to the overseer's office?
Yes.
Okay. You head on back to the overseer's office. You see a very excited looking Apex and Cynthia. And what are we doing?
All right. Al then just presents the fusion cell. There we are. One. Let's check how much juice this thing still has. Is it? You said they last for like the Highlander years, so like
With your earlier role, you know that the standard fusion core will last for about 300 years.
Oh, then yeah, screw that. That's what I was gonna say. All right, looks like she's in pretty good shape. Here, Louise. I'll just hand it off to Louise. Go ahead and keep a good hold of that.
Yep.
You're
Put
pretty
it in
good
my
with
pack.
military and whatnot, and I'll keep the empty fusion cell. Who knows? Might come in handy.
Hey.
All right. It's a long climb, but if we go ahead and make it back up there, I think we can go ahead and put this place behind us.
And then we can go sell these at the town.
Absolutely. I think it's going to be the best thing we can.
Where was it to? The
East, if the man was correct.
Yeah, we met those fellas outside. Just can't remember where they came from. Clayton, it wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the one.
correct.
You remember they said Clayton, yes.
Yeah, Clayton.
We headed there then.
Yeah, sounds swell to me.
Okay. So your next destination is Clayton.
We climb out of the vault under the fake rock.
Real fake rocks.
Okay. You make your way out of the emergency exit to the overseer's chambers of Vault 85, leaving the decrepit and haunting place behind you. Its unsettling general buzz seems to fade away as you exit the tunnel, and you are back out in the wasteland, met with the night sky above your head, slightly illuminated by the moon.
Based on the moon and how, like, just where the moon's at, can I tell what time it is? Like, how many hours into the night we are? Apex is probably obviously feeling tired, but
Go ahead and roll me wits.
so wait, me? That's an 8.
8. It appears to be the moon is pretty high in the sky still. It is more or less around midnight. But your surroundings are well lit due to the moon.
Perhaps we can get back to that church and rest for the evening.
Yeah, if I got this clock right, I'll dig through my tool. Pull that alarm clock out of my tool belt.
Sure enough, you have the alarm clock, and it's slowly.
Use the last wonder tool to fix up this thing. It can be handy.
Yeah,
Let's see. It is.
According to this, it is 7 a.m.
It's 7 a.m.
I don't know what that means.
It's morning.
It's totally not right.
Apex looks at the sky.
No.
With Alvin's input, yes, you can agree. That means that the clock is wrong.
Connor, how long? I can't remember. How long did it take us to get to this vault from the church?
To the
Couple
vault
hours, I
from the
think.
church, yeah, it was a couple hours.
So it'll be a late night, but better to find a place with shelter that isn't haunted. We think.
But we do have to travel at night.
Oh, that's right. Do you all need sleep?
I wouldn't mind it, to be honest with y'all.
I could go for a bit longer, but eventually, if I'm to stay in peak condition, yes.
Yeah.
Think you can
yeah,
make
I
it an
could
hour
use
to
a
the
nap.
church? Or a few?
I think if we Lego, we might be able to go ahead and make it. I thought that clock would help tell us what time it is, but Apex, maybe you might be able to help me with that. You got a good handling on.
It is night.
Oh well.
Hmm. Let's go before we lose any more time.
Absolutely. Let's get going.
As we start to walk, Louise very quietly says, "There, we're out. Feel better now, Phil? Wasn't so bad, I guess." Yeah, I know. I'm glad to. Actually, I wasn't sure how I would talk about that, to be honest.
Do we hear that?
If she's
I'm
talking
not
out
making an
loud,
effort to.
Yeah.
You would have to. I'm gonna make you guys roll for that.
Okay.
okay,
I want to
she's
see
saying
if I
quietly
hear it.
enough that you would have to listen in carefully.
Apex hears.
What are we rolling for it though?
Wits. Usually
Wits
the first sensory thing.
versus what would this be? You're not really trying to deceive them. You're just trying to talk quietly.
Smarts?
If it's up to wits or smarts,
If-
then
are-
I
they're
think it'd
both
be
the same
wits
for me.
versus wits, honestly. Either wits or charm.
Okay.
Either wits or charm. Whatever you were
I'll
feeling.
do it.
No, you roll wits. Louise will roll wits or charm.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I'm 9.
I'm at 10.
So Louise.
So wait, is Alvin rolling on this too?
Yeah, I'll roll. 3. I'm easy.
I
You're
was gonna
just
say, if
you're just glad to be out of that vault, man.
I was gonna say if Alvin managed to roll high on that too, I was just gonna imagine that what Louise thinks is quietly talking is her just like doing that thing that some people do at restaurants where you think you're talking softly, but you're like blaring over
no.
everything. Because
Yeah.
this Louise.
No, your secret's safe with me.
I'm so totally glad, right, Phil?
Oh my god.
just like yelling over the wasteland to the point that like, zombies are over the next hill being like, "Rrr?"
What?
A deaf clown in the distance just goes, "Shut up!" Trying to sleep.
Sleep! I got time for this shit. What's his face? Kirk is over with his cow in the other county being like, what is noise?
Kirk and Pepper.
All right, roll your number.
So Louise,
Anyway.
roll charm or wits.
Oh, well, wait, I'm not gonna roll charm. I remember my charm is shit. I'm gonna roll wits, because that's better.
And
If you want to feel better, it's 2 all the ways around.
And so, Alvin, you're just glad to be out of there, man. That was a very unsettling experience for you. You've seen horrible ways that people have died and turned into skeletons out there, but you've never seen anything quite like that. That was frightening on a different sort of tier. Cynthia and Apex, however, you do hear Louise muttering something.
what was that, dear?
Oh, just Phil saying he's glad to get out of there too. 5 months in there. 5 months weren't fun.
What made them so unfun? Seems like most
I
things
mean-
are taken care of in there.
Yeah, but still alone with nothing but
Isolation.
stupid puzzles to solve to even get at the heck out.
Traveling alone can be a challenge.
Yeah.
It is good that you have Phil.
Yeah. We've been together for a while. Gives the backpack a little pat.
Hmm. Phil seemed awful uneasy in there.
Yeah, he doesn't like that place. It's very, very creepy and, well, I don't want to embarrass him, but he's a sensitive soul in many ways.
Hmm. I can understand that.
But we don't have to go back.
I hope so. Ugh.
So, you're making your way towards that old blasted out church once again?
Yo.
Okay. As Vault 85's secret entrance gets further and further away. I'm going to roll something.
Okay.
Bees by the billions.
I'm just waiting for the alien UFO to crash land.
Alvin,
And
can
then
you get a bee
Kirby comes and eats us all.
No, he's legend.
It is sort of a little bit chillier tonight. And as you continue to make your way, it begins to get a little bit harder and harder to see as a fog rolls in.
Oh, this ain't good.
How long have we been walking now?
You've been walking for about 45 minutes, I'd say. I'm gonna say in this fog, I'm gonna need you all to roll wits to try and stay on track. Otherwise, you'll end up in a random direction.
Though, didn't you say
Okay.
my
Apex
Pip-Boy-
gets an 8.
Didn't you say my Pip-Boy can know the exact direction even if we can't see it?
You can tell that you're not going the right way, but
Oh, okay. What is it you said? Wits?
8.
wits, yeah.
Damn.
5.
Yins.
Yay! Finally. So that's what
Opa, the
I love about
GPS is
games.
doing its job.
There you go. Yeah. You stay glued to whatever sort of vault tech magic is keeping this global positioning system still active, and you manage to stay your course in the fog.
How cold is it exactly?
It's like a chilly.
It's like low 50s.
No, it's sort of.
New England 60?
It's spring at the current time that you guys are in right now, so it'd be sort of like around like it'd be jacket weather. It'd be jacket weather, I would
Okay,
say.
so like mid 50s.
More like low 60s, I would have to say.
All right. I'm pretty warm blooded. I don't put on a jacket unless it's under 60.
Fair enough. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Hey, that Midwest.
I would be cold if I had skin.
Yeah, you are completely unbothered, Cynthia.
All right.
And this is
so
it's not.
Apex got some goosebumpies along his arm.
Mm-hmm. It's not enough to where I would need you to make checks or anything like that. They're just out there.
Breathes in the brisk air.
Fresh air feels real nice.
Better than the stale, manure-filled air in there.
Oh,
You have no idea.
I'd rather not think about stuff like that.
As you're making your way through the fog.
Hmm.
Huh.
That's it's like, oh no, that's a bad sound.
I could feel Caitlin wince.
I
think we all-
did. So
all
yes.
all our collective spines just stiffened. Like
You ain't wrong, Mo.
You
You
know what
ain't
I'm rolling
wrong.
for?
I
don't know if
actually
I'm even
relaxed
rolling
a
for
little.
anything.
Maybe
Don't
he's
you-
just. Maybe
You
he's
don't know
just.
shit.
maybe he just
you know
needed
what,
some
that is
Die
true,
Hard
actually.
diet. He just needed
Maybe
some
I
Die Hard dice ASMR.
Maybe I just
That's
wanted to
true.
roll my die hard dice. But
Expect-
as you continue making your way towards this church, you begin to see a light.
Hmm.
What kind of light?
It's an orange sort of flickering glow through the fog.
That's weird. And
Torch
very
light.
reminiscent of many Midwest ghost stories I've heard.
Would
Yeah,
I
if
be
you-
able to discern if this is like torchlight or firelight?
If any
from
of
this
you want to
distance?
roll wits, then you certainly may to try and discern what the source of this
That
light
is
is.
An
13.
11.
I mean, Cynthia's got it.
Alvin wants this day to end.
7.
So Cynthia
Alvin.
and Apex, this makes sense. You've been out and about enough to know what a campfire looks like.
Hmm. Okay.
People ahead.
How far ahead would this be?
They look like they are at your destination.
Apex is going to go into sneak mode.
Roll wits.
Do we still have the fog as cover?
Apex is really bad at sneaking today.
Cynthia is also gonna try and sneak.
I guess
Also
we'll
wits, right?
I'm sorry. What did you say, Sarah?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Cynthia.
Oh, I was just saying I was gonna sneak as well, and that's
Okay.
a wits roll as well, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. 9.
I would also like to do that.
All the pills in Apex's bindle are jingling and clack, clack, clack. But he thinks he's stealthy.
Ooh,
Your
heaven.
the
Ooh.
mole rat skull's teeth sort of scrapes against the car.
Oh my god.
Okay, I will also stink.
Yeah.
Just slightly
Stink.
better.
Okay. No, that's a moderate success.
There you go. It's
Uh,
hard to see when you have
Apex-
power fist.
this fog is messing you up a little. You're having a bit of trouble. Cynthia and Alvin, you managed to hide away pretty well. Louise, you're gone. You
I
you
did the
have
Homer
absolutely
Simpson sink back into the shrubbery move.
yeah, absolutely, except it's fog.
So all of a sudden, Apex just steps out into a clearing of this fog, completely exposed.
Oh my god.
So as you Apex, as you scrape against the car and make your presence known unintentionally, you hear movement.
Well, I already failed
Louise,
my-
Louise, as she is perfectly hidden, immediately makes a bird call.
Okay. Roll charm
I believe
Roll
so.
bird.
or wits.
I think it would be charm because this is
Roll
like
charm.
This is like a performance
Like,
kind of thing.
You get what I'm doing, right? I'm pretending it's
Yeah.
an animal.
Yeah.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, boy.
Okay. That's a
I
12
thought you
right
said-
there.
I thought you said you had bad charm.
No, that was wits. He let me do wits.
Oh,
Actually, if I had rolled charm, I still would have
Oh, yeah.
moderately succeeded at that.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So a moderate success. You hear a
Apex turns to look at that. I already failed my stealth roll, so
Apex, you hear shuffling of feet.
I'm gonna try
And-
to hide. I will try to hide behind this car haphazardly.
Okay. As you press yourself up against the car, you hear voices. Waha, Bakajigupa. Filatu, Shalamar. Finatuma.
Have I heard any language like this while traveling yet?
You know that there are a couple of tribal societies that have taken up residence in and around the general area. They're sort of scattered, but they do exist.
Where I come from, we probably would have potentially traded with any of them that were friendly. So, could I roll smarts to see if I can determine if I've heard this particular dialect?
Absolutely.
Nope.
Oh.
That
Absolutely
is
not.
Would
Gonna
any
go
This
of
is
us be able to
completely-
recognize that? Sorry.
The tribal language is hard enough to grasp as it is. There are so many different varieties of them and so many different types of cultures and subcultures that have sort of cropped up after the war. You have no idea what this could be. Tribal languages are completely built from the ground up, from people who have no concept of pre-war whatsoever.
Either way, Apex is going to just kind of stay ducked down behind this car, hiding as best he can in the situation. He's already clearly alerted things to his presence, but salvage what he can.
Okay. As you stay there, you begin to hear the footsteps get closer.
Does it sound like they're stepping out of the church, or
They
does it
sound
even sound
like
like
they're- They sound like they are coming towards you.
Do we all hear
Apex?
this?
Apex is going to set down his bindle,
so
and then just kind of crouch there ominously like an animal.
okay.
How many
So
does it
as-
sound like there are?
As you crouch down, the rest of you, you're sort of in your own different spots, and you can each roll wits to try and pinpoint these figures. I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Like, can we have to roll to tell that they're getting close to him, or can we tell
because
they're getting closer to him?
because of the fog, you can roll to see where they are in relation to Apex and how many of them are there.
Okay. I'm gonna
Depending
do
on your roll, you'll get
Which
different
you
amounts of
said?
information.
that. I got a 6.
6.
11.
Oh, thank goodness for you.
Appropriately, the best hidden one is
Alvin and Cynthia, you're sort of trying to focus on Apex and trying to make sure that he's okay. Louise, you clearly see 6 humanoid figures. Some of them have these primitive scrap metal daggers in their hands. Some of them have spears. And they appear to be circling around Apex's position.
You said me and Alvin, when we were in that room, we got some bolts and bits and bobs and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to carefully grab like 3 or 4 bolts out of my pack and just throw them off in another direction, away from Apex.
Okay. So you're aiming to try and distract them?
I'm aiming to draw them away from Apex. I want to throw it in
Right.
the direction away from him.
Right. Roll wits?
Thank
Very
you.
nice. Very
Finally
nice.
making up for all those shit rolls.
That's another 11.
Hell
Don't
yeah.
acknowledge it. Take it away from you.
You grab sort of a handful of bolts and you sort of toss them up and down in your hand for waiting for a right moment, and you toss them off into the distance, and they crash against a guard railing, making a loud metal clang. And all of them turn around and see it at once. Right before one was about to circle around and look right at you, Apex. They all turn around.
Apex is going to take this time to roll under the car. Is there enough room to fit under this car? Is this like a car with a bit of suspension, or is it like already flat on the ground?
I'd say it's not the one that you're at, but you could try it. You could try it. I'll say give me another wits roll.
All right. Okay, Apex is having a bad time. This car's just a little too low, and I'm just a little too thick.
Oh no.
So I go back to like my kind of like squatting pose.
You're only as God made.
Okay. You see them all sort of visibly relax their postures. Shagu pada. Milatu. Vanadar. Mifu. And they all seem like they turn around and go back to their campfire.
Apex waits for a little bit and just kind of keeps listening in. Has no way of knowing how to approach these people. Has no idea what their intentions are. Just knows that it was Apex able to determine if they were armed, or was it only Louise that noticed that they were armed?
I'd say that one of them got close enough for you could see the tip of a spear sort of beginning to round a corner. Sort of like a primitive, scrap iron spear.
Is the fog too thick for us to see each other?
You can see each other. You're close enough to where you can see each other, but Louise was the only one in a good enough position to where she could see what else was going on.
I'm gonna see if I just want to kind of motion to them silently, all of them, be like, let's back off a little.
Are they at the church, though?
They are at the church, yes. It appears they are sitting outside of it next to a campfire.
Apex falls, grabs his bindle and falls back as quietly as possible.
Alvin will slowly take a step back to regroup closer to Liz.
You all group up?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They appear to be tribal. Could be a hunting party. I saw a spear.
Anybody catch that language?
I don't understand it.
Didn't sound like anything I have. It didn't sound like anything I've heard before. Hey, Connor, were there ever tribals that came around Riverside?
Very rarely. Tribals like to stick to their own sort of communities, but every once in a while there will be like an errant hunter that will pass through. It's very rare that they would go into populated city areas like Riverside, but it can happen.
I very rarely have seen tribals. Did they at least look hostile? Well, I suppose I don't know whether or not they were hostile or they were just scared of what was happening.
They may have been defensive. Perhaps our best bet is for somebody to approach.
If we can't communicate with them, I don't know.
You can communicate with more than words.
I could give it a whirl.
Without words, we've been able to trade with them before.
How'd y'all do that? I had never ever had any dealings with tribals before.
Hmm.
I just know they've been around Riverside really, really rarely, but
The first step is determining intention. If they act hostile immediately, we act. If they act out of curiosity and apprehension, fear, all of these things can be read.
Well, I do know that the way to anyone's heart is through their stomach. We did have a couple extra bit of kebabs from the diner, I believe, that were meant for
Apex.
me, but I have no stomach, so might be a good offering.
yeah, if you lead with something else like that, that might be yeah. If we lead something, if we lead with something nice, they might not hurt us.
Apex nods and offers forth. What was it? I had.
More rat
Yes.
chunks.
I had a bunch of like fresh radroach meat.
Oh,
Sure do.
I offer 2 chunks of fresh radroach meat. Actually, no, I'll just offer all 4 up.
Couple of day old rat roach meat.
all right.
I'll fish out and grab that cactus fruit I got and hand it over. Not much
All
use
right.
to us, but if they like it, maybe they want it.
Apex, I don't really have anything.
Do not worry. The gift will tell their intention. If it is
Alright.
hostile, the apex will act.
I'll be right
I
back.
think we all will.
Mhm.
Indeed. Louise gets her shotgun out and just sort of gets it at the ready.
Yeah,
I
I'm
would
not.
rather scare them away than kill them.
Oh, I'm not aiming to show myself until I know for sure they're hostile. Otherwise, I'm gonna stay hidden.
I'd appreciate it. So
right,
I'm
so
going
what's the
to
plan?
go out and use. She's just gonna. She'll have the food in her hand, like in a like make the bindle for food. But she's just gonna walk out with a hand up.
Apex will stalk the fog and be ready to scare them away should they start to act hostile immediately.
But I will
do
be
the
using
same.
fast friends
Okay.
since this is our first introduction.
Do y'all want,
So
y'all want
what?
me to go? Oh,
Go for
sorry,
it.
Connor.
Go for it. No, go for it.
Do y'all want me to go ahead and come with y'all, or you want me to stay with Louise?
You stay with Louise for now. I think too many people might be upsetting.
Yeah, all right, that makes sense.
Actually, Louise puts away the shotgun and pulls out her handgun instead. It's like, maybe if we're lucky and I fire off a warning shot, if they get hostile, we can just scare them away.
If that doesn't work, I'll go ahead and like roar and pound my power fist together. That might work, right? Who knows?
We've
Apex
got
is-
options.
Yeah, Apex is going to do his best to remain unseen when Cynthia goes to talk. Just kind of stalk the fog.
Me too.
So she's gonna walk forward, hands up, holding the little satchel of food.
Come on, stealth roll. You got to help me out this time, please. I just one nice stealth roll right now, and it's nope.
No snake eyes again.
So I'm basically like thinking I'm hidden, but I'm standing full silhouette behind, like the moon's like coming in behind me, and there's just this shadowy shape of a bull man behind this nurse.
Pay no attention to
So-
the man in the fog.
Cynthia,
Hmm.
what color are your eyes right now?
They are blue.
Okay. As you step through the fog, your hand up in a sort of a non-aggressive manner, your glowing blue eyes pierce the darkness, and with Apex's shadow looming behind you, the rattling of the different sorts of goodies he got at Vault 85 shake, and they all turn their heads.
I probably would have left the bindle with Alvin.
Okay.
For
Well,
this
then
plan to-
then you
Kindly
kick a
away.
then you kick a rock.
I'm just very visible behind the glowing-eyed female that's walking, or female shape.
You
that's
have
walking
this.
out of the-
You have a horned shadow looming behind you, Cynthia, and they all turn to look in your direction, and all of them begin to start to shy away. Oh, 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 oh. And they sort of point in your direction. They look very startled. The one in the front, though, he sort of stands up for the crouching position, and he has a spear at the ready.
She will. I don't speak the language, sadly.
English.
Yes, English.
Who? You have the eyes like the clear sky. And that's where we're going to end the session.
Oh.
Bye,
Austin.
Bye,
Adios,
Austin.
Goodbye,
Bye,
Austin. Send firewood to me.
Okay.
Firewood.
Episode 6. Oh my gosh.
I know. It's crazy. It's crazy town.
I keep forgetting what to export these as these because these are 2 weeks apart. Waves? Waves.
Waves.
Either works, I think.
Smile and wave, boy. Smile and
wave.
I can
Export his
remember
wave
it's
and then turn into
all the way.
MP3.
Oh, those last few
So-
witch rolls. Hachi machi.
Well, maybe this will make you feel a bit better. As a reward for making it all the way to Vault 85, you all level up.
We get a perk.
Oh my god.
You can choose another perk.
Yes.
After you leave Vault 85, you all hear.
I know exactly what I'm doing. I am adding another point to wits.
Y'all hear that?
Wait. Oh,
wait.
so we get a perk point?
Yep.
You get a perk point, yes.
I'm using
And
my perk
point
point to add 1
Body
point to
smart,
wits.
wits, charm, and all that. Okay.
No. Perk points are the things like the special skills that you can buy, but some of them can up your stats.
Yes.
So I can pick one of those things like, can we fix it and sting like a bee? And
Exactly.
because
Yeah.
like a butterfly sting like a bee. Can we fix it?
Or
Okay.
if you want to work with me on sort of a themed perk, I'd be more than happy
Ooh.
to work with you on that.
So do we put a point into one of our stats, or do we pick?
No,
a
no.
perk?
You look at
choose
the
a perk
perk list again.
Yeah, you
Ah.
choose a perk from the list, or optionally you can work with me on sort of a Fallout-based perk.
I think that'd be fun. You can be free like tomorrow or something. Can I just DM you up?
Yeah, you can just DM me and we can work something out.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, with Vault 85 done and over with, we'll pick this up in 2 weeks.
Wow.
It'll be April then. Yes.
Oh my
Holy
god.
God.
It'll be April, so you guys go ahead and start planting those flowers and whatnot.
Yeah.
Oh.
And when you're not planting flowers, where can they find you, hey, Mr. Rabbit?
When I'm not planting flowers of my mother, you can find me Monday through Thursday on twitch.tv/HeyMrRabbit. You can also find me on Twitter under the same name. I play horror games. I play retro games. Wednesday, I go ahead and do what I call Cheru stuff, where it's just me and Cheru. We normally play Risk of Rain right now. And Thursday, I play Yakuza. And then it bleeds into Friday and Saturday because it's really good. So that's pretty much me. Yeah. Thanks for this. Y'all good kids.
Yeah, it's great playing with you. I've been calling you different names for hours now. I can't remember your actual names. Caitlin, where can they find you?
You can find me all over the internet at Boobs McBalrog. I stream sometimes at twitch.tv/Boobs McBalrog with zeros instead of O's. I'm also on a podcast called Nerd on the Podcast. We have 2 shows that happen every single week. We have the Nerd on Update, which records live every Sunday and comes out every Tuesday. We have the Nerd on the Podcast proper, which is a topical show that comes out every Thursday. You can go to nerdon.tv to find more out about that. That's it for me.
Excellent. Sarah, where can they find you?
I'm just on Twitter at Sarah with an H and with an E, Willia. I don't do much streaming or anything. I just do voiceovers. Yay.
Yeah, voiceovers. Lanny, where can they find you?
Hello, I'm Lanny Pator. You can find me on twitch.tv/Lanny Pator, where currently playing through some Batman Arkham Oranges. Batman
Oranges!
Arkham Oranges.
Wow.
Batman Arkham Oranges. Delicious
Arkham
Arkham
brand oranges.
Where you can punch a guy in the dick so hard you give him scoliosis.
Okay.
It's just how it happens. So
But not scurvy.
Pop on over. Pop on. Nope, not scurvy. Pop on over if you want to see some Batland. I'll probably be playing some tomorrow in the evening. But on Monday, we'll be rolling back into Roll With Me. Caitlin and Connor, you both join me for that, along with Taka and Shadow Dancer Bob. Excited to keep this party a-rolling. It'll be at 5 o'clock Central Time. So feel free to pop in for that as well. And on Thursday, we're doing some Civ streams against Grant, Stefan, and Quinn over on twitch.tv/stream4star, twitch.tv/masterwgs, and twitch.tv/LannyPator. So tune in for the Civ Wars as Lanimania attempts to spread its glory all around the world. Sunk you kindly. Connor, how about
Excellent.
you?
They can find me on Twitter, Twitch, and YouTube.com/DistortionDevil. I stream Tuesdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Tuesday is my tabletop wargaming day with my buddy Luke. We either play Warhammer 40k Kill Team, Warhammer 40k 9th Edition, or Age of Sigmar, depending on how we're feeling at any given point. It's a lot of fun. I put on my VR headset and we play in Tabletop Simulator, and that's a blast, honestly. Yeah. Friday Funhouse, where I just play whatever I feel like. Friends may or may not stop by and join me. This last Friday was a blast, honestly. We played Puzzle Agent, and it's a very weird, very charming game. Saturday, playing through the Yakuza series. We just beat Yakuza Kiwami 2 earlier today. Next week, I'm going to play the Majima chapter, and after that, I'll be booting up Yakuza 3 Remastered, and we're gonna see how that game works. Apparently, it's the least good of the series. I won't say it's bad, but it's the least good.
Okay.
And finally, Sunday, I don't really know what I'm going to be doing. Might have to figure something out, but I'll probably also be playing games with the Harbingers, the community over at the Dead House Sonata Discord.
There we go.
If you don't know what Dead House Sonata is, then clearly you haven't been around for very long. So, just in case you're wondering, Dead House Sonata is a spiritual successor to the Legacy of Kain series. It's a narratively driven action RPG where you play as the undead to fight the living. It'll be releasing for free later this year, but if you are so inclined, you can purchase a Founders Pack at that link. You can learn all the amazing details about this fantastic game coming up from that link as well. Be sure to check them out. Be sure to check out my DM's Guild as well. If you just search up Connor McKinley, you'll find my stuff on there. Currently have a couple of 5e subclasses and a couple more coming out soon, as I get some art for them. We've got the Predator Rogue and the Passion Domain Cleric. Those are going to be a lot of fun when they come out. And finally, I'd like to thank our sponsor for this episode, Die Hard Dice.
Woohoo!
All of the dice we roll on the show that are physical, whether they're visible or not, are all from Die Hard Dice. Our amazing friends over at Die Hard Dice make fantastic, durable products for your table topping needs. They've got carrying cases, they've got dice trays to keep your dice and your rolling surfaces safe for years to come, as well as all sorts of amazing polymer and metal dice. And you can find all of that over at dieharddice.com. And if you use the affiliate code EXPECTMAR, expect MAR, then you can get 10% off your order price for the month of March when you shop on dieharddice.com. And some of that money gets thrown back to us so we can pay Austin.
Hi, Austin.
Hi, Austin.
Hi, Austin.
But yeah, the only people I have left to thank are the wonderful people that are still here, our wonderful community that generously donates to us. Starting with Masaryu Zero, thank you for the 100 bits. I'm sorry, Connor. Remembering all the Deadhouse Sonata jokes is like trying to remember all of Captain Richard Ravage's titles.
He has
Indeed.
many.
Thank you for the 100 bits. Magic Ninja Go, I miss Kirby Moore. Thank you for the 10 bits. The Kirby that my name is referring to is one that anime might know. It is one that anime people might know from Inuyasha and DBZ.
Moroku?
I have no idea.
Kirby Moro?
Ah, that would do it.
Oh. Isoka. Testlab Monkey, thank you for the 3 bits. When you are a part of an undead garage band, that must outplay the living. You get Deadhouse Nirvana.
Oh my god.
Thank you for the
Smells
additional.
Smells like dead spirits. There we go.
Oh.
Oh, Lord.
Tesla Monkey, thank you for the additional 24 bits. That's the only pun I ever wanted to make. Good. It's the only one I'll allow you to make. Zenlita, thank you for the 500 bits. No puns this time. Just props to Rabbit and Sarah for an amazing scene.
Hell yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, that was really awesome role-playing, guys. I'm glad you
Really?
guys role-play so much.
Oh, good. I'm glad. I actually was crying during that, so.
Aw.
I could
No,
tell.
it's not acting. So.
Acting.
Acting. Not
Acting.
actually crying. Acting. I am an actor.
Zenlita, thank you for the 500 bits. Stellar Coyote, thank you for the 100 bits in your best old-timey voice.
Hey, friends, is the possibility of a nuclear holocaust got you down? Mushroom
Yes.
clouds giving you the blues? Don't
Not
worry.
yet.
Vault-Tec has you covered. Our state-of-the-art vaults provide enough room and protection for your family and friends, even your dog.
The dog's a
And
communist.
And our latest data shows that you only need to be there for 6 to 8 weeks to avoid the radioactive fallout. Vault-Tec, the name for trust, the name for security. Vault-Tec does not actually allow dogs in vaults.
Dogs will be immediately tested on.
There had
Dogs
to
will
be
shot on
a
time.
there had to be a test vault that was just nothing but dogs. Just
Funnily-
just the overseer in there. I don't understand what they like, why. That's the only audio log.
We find the vault and it's thriving. Apex opens the door and he's just like, puppies!
Just surrounded by dogs, like they just heaven.
Funnily enough, Vault 43 was populated by 20 men, 10 women, and 1 panther.
What?
I remember that.
What? What
True.
panther?
Yeah.
Strangely enough, the
You'd
Panthers
think
seem
the
to be the
people
only
you'd
one
think the
left.
people would win, but
But it's a
What?
panther.
Yeah, but there's 30 people. That's 60 fists.
what if they were put into the room with the panther one at a time? Like, what if that was the test?
Well, it had. Well, the panther had to announce its presence somehow, right?
One of the vaults is just the Sutton Bori Arena.
Panthers are ambush predators. They They probably Panther could probably pick them off one by one when they're sleeping or something.
But there's bright lights and locked doors. Does the panther have human hands that he opens?
It has access to the air ducts, and the air ducts open into like specific rooms at random times.
And a keen killer instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for the 100-bit Stellar Coyote.
Those panthers can drag like gazelles up into trees and stuff. So
Yeah, there's damn nature, you scary.
It's a
Protoss
big
103. Thank you for the 15 bits. I still like to imagine that Apex is the only one that sees when you level up and a perk menu opens.
yeah, Apex looks to the upper left. Huh.
What's that?
That's
What's that? Why did my senses just get better?
Hey, who just leveled up? Take a step back. Now to the right, to the right, to the left, to the left. Now twirl, honey, twirl.
Twirl.
Wasteland
Yeah.
shuffle. Anyway.
yes. We
H.
played
Lone
some Securitrons, and one of them goes, "This is a certified hood classic."
H. Lone Heart, thank you for the 100 bits. I'd still love for April Fool's game to be April Fool's game to be a Fallout Equestria one-shot.
I wouldn't look that up if I were you.
Protoss 103, thank you for the 45 bits. How much bits do you need to get an upgrade for Austin's room? Does he need one? Give us more and we'll find out. Thank you for the 45 bits. And finally, Magic Ninja Go, I miss Kirby more. Thank you for the 50 bits. Yes, you got it right. Rest in peace, Kirby Morrow. Yeah, rest in peace. Well, with that, I think we're going to wrap it up for this evening.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
I hope you all had as fun of a time as we did. And we'll see you back next week is going to be the Prince Division. And then the week after that, we'll be back with Gateway to see how they handle this situation.
Yes.
If I could suggest a raid, Kaiser's on right now.
He is on.
Yeah.
And he's trying to get his I think he's trying to get partner, so
Well, let's help him out a little bit.
Hell yeah.
yeah. Good stuff. Thank you again, Connor. Another wonderful session.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's always
The puzzles
fun.
were great.
I handmade them myself.
I can't believe when I
They're-
I was staring at that number pad one, and I was like, I know that shape looks like maybe it's the digits, like it's an 8, but that doesn't. And then I literally like turned my head to the side, and I was like, did Connor really put semen in a puzzle? Oh, it's 7.
Oh, you don't want to know.
No,
Maybe I did.
I looked up and saw the symbol one, and I went, "Ha! Glad I'm not there." Okay.
I don't know.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
I did, and you
I
just
said I
didn't
did
find the
brain more
puzzle.
What do
Oh,
you
no.
think all the white space was?
No. Okay. All right. I'm done
Gross.
now. I've officially
Let's
hit
raid
the peak.
Kaiser.
I'm good. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, Kaiser. Sounds good.
You bring that energy to Kaiser. He will appreciate it.
Take
Oh,
care,
Lord.
everybody. We'll see you Wednesday for the Unexpectables.
Tell Kaiser the Apex sends
Yay.
his regards.
Oh boy.
That'll be the raid message. Apex sends his regards. Have a good night, everybody.
Have a good night.
Bye.